Hey everybody, this is Christine Bertram. I am coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. And for those that love their kitten fixes, I'm going to see if I can show you where Honey is perched right now on a kit box. So watch it, watch it. All of a sudden, there she is. She's just hanging out. She's watching me do my thing. And what happened was she was waiting because the printer went off and she loves watching the printer print. I don't know what it is. She can be in the other room way over there and she hears the printer go and she races over here and she tries to dig it. And so sometimes I'll end up with scratches on my paperwork, but that's okay because she's just so enthralled with it. So anyways, you guys, we're here and it's the showcase. And it's a lot earlier than I would say we normally do a showcase, and that is because the end of the year is upon us. And we had to design a little bit early for December classes because with the holidays, all the Christmas cards and the holiday letters and all the extra mail with people shopping and getting presents and all that stuff, the USPS and the UPS and FedEx, they all get inundated with a lot of extra packages. I first started doing my lives back in 2020, and I learned this in December of that year, that people didn't get their packages in a normal, timely manner like they used to. It's because everything's getting in an influx of packages. So we learned that first December of 2020 that we needed to back things up and we couldn't be mailing classes out. Like it was about the 10th or the 11th of that month and people got stuff after Christmas. And so we learned we had to back it up. And so December was always the month where we shipped everything in the beginning of the month. So we come out of Thanksgiving and that week after Thanksgiving, we kit everything. And then by the end of that week, we mail it so that it gets kind of ahead of the holiday rush. And so that means we had to design a little bit early. So everything's all designed. And so I thought, well, we should do the showcase now, which is about a week earlier than normal, because that will give everybody time to figure out what classes they want to take for December. And I know that December is a busy time, but you could still get the kits and the classes. And a lot of what we're doing in December is not Christmas or holiday inspired. And so could be any time of the year kind of cards. So that's what's happening. So we're a little early, and which is so excited. So we're starting to already design for the January classes. I know, look at us being really efficient with our time. Yesterday we started to work on the Otters product-based class, or I should say Otters order-based class. And we got 3 of the 4 cards designed, and I have so much to share and show today. If you guys look around me, you'll be like, oh my gosh. So you're in for a monstrosity is the word of my week. I sent a team email out. A team email out on Monday, and it was a monstrosity of an email because there was so much information in it. And then now you guys are going to have a monstrosity of a live showcasing what we have coming up in the next month, and also a little bit of talking about what's coming up in January. And then for especially those that are newer to me that just kind of came across me, I have past classes that are available. And so I'm going to piggyback on the end with past classes. And I'm going to do a vote. For those that are watching, I have a list that I keep forgetting to do. We pulled, for October, we had pulled all of the names for the different drawings that I do. And I could do it now in this video, or I could do it later in my suite class that we're doing tonight at 6. I could do it at the end of that class. So you guys can let me know what you're thinking, if you want to do it in this one or if you want me to do it later. Tonight, I can do it tonight after class. So with that being said, I have some lovely peeps that are, lots of peeps watching with me right now. So I just want to say hi really quick to Elaine and Debbie. Hi Nedra, hi Faye Godby. And there's Jeannie Gertis, hi Doris Munson. And there's Sandy Coy Emery, hi Kari Dwyer. There's Judy Sharp, hi Susan Bellamy, and Linda Krause from Manitoba, Canada. So Linda, I don't know if you watch Rose Coleman, but Rose and I, we collaborate, and she does Facebook Lives every morning. And I know a lot of my gals watch her because she's amazing. She's just so pleasant to watch. And then she just did her Technique Club class video today at 11:30. So hopefully you watch her, and you probably know who she is. There's Jean and Deanne. I know you guys, the chilly Minnesota. We have chilly Wisconsin. We woke up this morning to snow all over the place, and I'm very hopeful that it's going to melt really soon because I did not go out and shovel. Too many other things going on. Hi, Linda Scott. And sourdough, you guys. I'll talk about the sourdough here momentarily. Hi, Cindy Hutchings. And there's Debbie. Gas only if you share, Christine. All right. You guys are all welcome to come over and have a slice of sourdough with me. Hi, Trish Bagley. Hi, Sherry Martin. And there's Deb Norman. I would love to share it with you. Oh, I should have taken a picture of it. It didn't turn out as great as I wanted it to, but it still turned out. It didn't get as big and puffy as a big sourdough loaf. It stayed kind of compact and small, and it's okay. And it's just out of the oven. So bread out of the oven is always the best, but I didn't make it for myself. I made it for Tyler, but I'll talk about that in a moment. Hi, Mary Novak. There's Barbara Rudolph. And Mary Novak had tomato soup for lunch. That sounds amazing. And sourdough bread would go with it really well. Oh, I love it. And you guys have, Elaine's got caramel corn. Awesome. Hi, Linda Hunt. And Debbie, you made 100 meatballs for your 4-year-old grandson who's having a house party. Oh, that's so awesome. I want meatballs. My mom makes ham balls, and I like those even better than meatballs. Hi, Connie Moore. There's Barbara Godby. And who else do we have? You guys, I love it. You're all communicating with each other. That's great. Oh, okay, so we'll get started. So let's keep just a little bit more about the sourdough. So about a year ago, and some of you know about the sourdough story because I've talked about it over the last year, but Tyler started making sourdough because we have a friend. She makes sourdough, and so she gave us her babies. And so Tyler made 2 babies from the one baby, and so now he manages 2 sourdough babies, which are the starters, right? We call them the babies because you have to feed the baby, and then you have to change the baby, so we call it a baby. So the sourdough starters are our babies. They're more like Tyler's babies. So last week, I left for my Las Vegas trip on the 14th, and he left to go to Mexico with his mom and his stepdad for a family anniversary gathering, party, weekend, whatever, right? So they went away for the week. We didn't know that we were leaving on the same day. Back in March is when his mom booked the tickets for him and his family. And maybe about 3 months ago is when I booked my Las Vegas trip with my girlfriend to go visit my cousin. And it just had ended up that we left on the same day, within hours of each other, out of different airports though. And he left for a week and I left just till Sunday. And he said to me on Wednesday, no, I think he said on Tuesday, he said, if I make a loaf of sourdough, would you want to take it to Las Vegas with you so that you and Mandy and Ann can have some sourdough for the weekend? And I'm like, yeah, would love it, sure. And he was going to take a loaf of sourdough to Mexico with him so that him and his mom and his stepdad could have sourdough. And he, it's a lot of work, investment, making sourdough. It's a process that takes a day, all in all, right? And so he had it all prepped and he had it all staged and ready for me to put in the oven at about, this would have been Wednesday. So like we left Thursday. So he had it all staged for me to put in the oven Wednesday at like noon. I didn't set a timer. I didn't set an alarm. He didn't remind me. Let's just say the bread stayed in the oven and he got back from work at about 7 o'clock Wednesday night. And he's like, did you bake the bread? And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot. I need alarms all the time with what I like I get so distracted. You guys, you probably know that about me. I have a million things that are always, honey, what you doing, girlfriend? You got to get in there or you get out. No, what are you doing? Come on. I have a pile and this pile is ready to go on the floor. So I'm trying to protect it. So felt horrible that I ruined 2 loaves of bread because they went like to these big, beautiful bread loaf balls to like flat, deflated, shrunken, not good balls. Okay. So I ruined 2 loaves of bread. It was the saddest thing, throwing them in the garbage. And so I thought to myself on Sunday when I got home, get the babies started because we had to leave them in the refrigerator, get the babies started and make some loaves of bread. So I made 3 sets of babies already. So like Sunday babies, Tuesday babies, and then yesterday I made a baby. And then with that baby, because you have to feed the baby all the time. So I made bread for Tyler and it didn't rise as much as I wanted it to, but Diane said to me, it's the thought that counts. And so they turned out, they're okay. They're like little condensed loaves. They're really thick, dense units. And so when somebody goes to slice it, so I made one for him to give to his mom. and then one for him to have so that he has some bread to eat tonight when he gets back. And you just have to cut them thinner, right? So because they're more compact. But it is what it is. So that's the sourdough, you guys. And it literally, they came out of the oven. The way that it worked is they came out of the oven at 3:03. So I couldn't let them, okay, so timing. So thanks for your patience is I guess what I'm getting at. Hi, Polly, Libby. Yes, very easily distracted. All it takes is an email or a call, or I have lots of customers that stop throughout the day, it seems, and it's easy to get distracted. Hi, Mary Carls. Hi, Pauline Mays. There's Angelique, and there's Ileana. So wonderful. All right. There's Debbie Stone. Hi, Susan Wormley and Sherry Johnson. Okay, there's Anita Myers. Hi, Patricia Settle. Okay, so that's my sourdough story, and I'm sticking to it. So hopefully he realizes it's the thought that counts with it. So, all right, do you guys want me to do the drawing now? Okay, so I will do it, though, at the end. I have this sheet of paper here, and I will do it. I don't usually do drawings in the beginning. I usually do them at the end. Oh, so hi, Linda Hall. So he'll be here probably in the next few hours, and that's good. So all's good. I made sourdough. In the middle of everything, I got some sourdough made. All right. We have lots of things. So you guys be prepared that if you can't finish watching this whole video now with me because you have other things that are going on, just pay attention to where it was in the timing, that you can always go back and watch the replay and fast forward to the part where you kind of left off. I do know that we have class tonight at 6 o'clock. So if this live takes till like 2 hours, so be it. I just have a lot to get through and I want to make sure I don't miss anything, because there's a lot. So I'm going to take my time and not rush through this and just share everything with you guys. So I am Christine Bertram. For those that don't know, that just maybe started watching me, I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm based in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. I teach a multitude of in-person and online classes via the YouTube format, and we just have fun. We love crafting and designing and kitting. We love kitting. We love paper. We love bringing you easy button, like having you push the easy button to getting awesome kits. And I think, hi, Nicole Herrick, those that are watching can attest to that we strive and do our best to bring creativity to your door. And we offer a lot of classes. And so for those that are new to me, it's always overwhelming in the beginning. But for those that have been following me for years now, you're probably going to say, yes, it was very overwhelming in the beginning. But then once you learn the process and the system and how easy it is to sign up and get the classes, you say that it becomes less and less overwhelming. And why it's overwhelming is also an awesome thing. It's overwhelming because we do a lot. We offer a lot. We don't just have one class a month. We don't have 2 classes a month. We don't have 3 classes. We don't have 4 or 5. We have on average at least 8 classes that we do normally. And of those, 5 of them are usually kitted, meaning that we supply card kits for you to make the cards at home. And so there's just a lot. And we're always live and we're always having in-person classes. And that's because we love what we do. And we love sharing with you. And so just know that, she's sitting over here and she's distracting me just a little bit. But we don't want you to be overwhelmed. I don't ever want anybody to be deterred because you're like, oh man, I don't know what's going on. If you're ever confused and you need help with something, just pick up the phone and call. I do answer the phone. I do. I don't have a secretary that answers it. So I do pick up the phone. I will advise that sometimes though I get overwhelmed with a lot of responsing isn't even a word. I have a lot of people that I respond to and I try to make sure I stay up to date on the emails, and I do work in the wee hours of the morning to get caught up on emails, and I know I did that the other day. And so you guys are never surprised when you get an email from me at 3:30 in the morning or 2 in the morning, because those are when I can actually get back to people. During the day is a little bit harder because I'm constantly working with people. So I always appreciate your patience on the emails and the phone calls. Just know if you, I just had somebody call me today. Her name was Diane, and she reached out to me via my Facebook page, Cards by Christine Facebook business page. And on my automated response, it says, for faster service, please call or text. So she called me, I answered, and we figured it out in one conversation. And we're working now together to get her the classes she wants. But just know that's if you get something like that says, please call or text, that is always the best way. Email's good too, versus the Facebook business page. So putting that out there. So Barbara said, I will text you with my game night numbers unless you prefer an email. That's fine. Barbara, whatever is easier for you. You could text or you can email. I'll see it. I generally catch it all. Just one is sometimes faster than the other. So Mary Carl says that some days the lady never slows down. Hi, Judy Bell from Ontario, Canada. Yay. Yeah, you guys, it's hard to slow down. Sneak attack from behind. Oh, there was, oh yeah. Look at that, you guys. For those that like the kitten sightings, there's Hunky. That's Hunky Noodle or Hunky Doodle. Yep. Very good. So now you've seen two of them. So you guys, it's amazing when I have people that tell me that they look for the kittens in the videos and they're excited when they see the kittens in the videos. And so I love sharing the kittens with you, and you guys love the kittens. I love that. So that's good. Lots of love. Hi, Rose Garibaldi. Okay, so introduce myself a little bit. I want to share with you a document that I've had from the beginning of time. This is what I've always created, and I printed this on my computer just right now. It's from my website. This is a document that you can print, and I know you can't read it. I definitely know you can't read it, but I want to know I want to show you where you can find this document. If you go to my website, which is cardsbychrisb.com, it's not cardsbychristine.com, it's cardsbychrisb.com. Oh man, there's a bigger tigger. What are you guys obsessed with? I do not have, okay, so here's a bigger tigger tail. All right, you guys, enough here. I don't know, they think there's treats up here. All right, so I have the website, and there's a link at the top that's called resources. This is where, especially for those that are new to me, I have an offering overview, and that overview is a high level of what I offer. It's a pretty little document that has all the different class series. So we have monthly classes, Let's Just Stamp, Technique Club, Stamp-A-Stack, the Sweet Bundle. So this is a 2-page document. Print it. You could keep it in a binder, especially for those that are newer. It's a great, so if I say to you, hey, you just placed an order with me, thank you so much for using the host code, it qualifies for a free class, you could refer to this document and you can say, oh, you could get the monthly class for free, or you could get the Let's Just Stamp for free. So it kind of outlines which classes you get for free. Hi, buddy. This is not going to work for our health right here. So there's Bigger Tigger, you guys. He's a chunk. We're going to go right over here, buddy. Here, let's run the water. Are you thirsty? There you go. All right, so the one thing I haven't taught the cats how to do is turn the water off. So hopefully he shuts the water off, or I see that he's not there anymore. So, all right, so that offering is something you could access. The other one, this document right here, it is current through December, and just know I'm in the process. Right here it is. So that's where you guys at home can access this and print it off yourself. I'm in the process of transitioning and planning and strategizing for 2025. And we have a skeleton calendar that's already created for the entire year. And we're going to be updating this document. And then another thing that I'm super excited to tell you guys, and I've mentioned this a time or two, but not everybody always hears everything every time. We're creating a yearly calendar. So we have a store called Fleet Farm here. And I thought of this when my mom was talking about the Fleet Farm calendars. I thought, oh my goodness, we should make a calendar because we have so much stuff. We should make a calendar that is an actual 8.5 by 11 calendar that has January through December, and it has all the classes outlined because we have it all mapped out already for the whole year. And I teach classes, Kelly teaches classes, Gina teaches classes, Diane teaches classes, Rose teaches classes, and Julie Bierschbach is going to be teaching classes starting in January. And so we have this all color-coded by who teaches, and we included things of like when swaps are due, when the escapes are, when the catalogs launch, when pre-order starts for demonstrators. So we made this an amazing calendar, and I'll make that available on my website so that you guys can print it off and keep it at home. And then it'll easily help you keep track of, hey, I paid for this class, or I signed up for this class. You could code it yourself that when you sign up for it, you could check mark. And when you pay for it, you can maybe mark paid, right? So I'm trying to help you guys be as organized as possible because it helps me when you're organized. It really does. When you know what you signed up for and when you place orders for it versus asking me, did I sign up for that? It'll allow me to spend more of my time not answering questions about stuff that is already in the past that's been done, right? So I'm trying to help all of us be more organized. So that'll be out there. So I'm super excited. So just know that if you're newer to me, you can get all these documents on my website. And what we're going to do now is we're going to rock and roll through what I have coming up for you in December. And then we're also going to talk about what's coming up in January. And then we're going to go over past classes, and then we'll do the drawing. So it's going to take a little bit to get through all this. So again, I want you to know, if you need to go, I totally get it, that you can always come back and catch it later and watch the replay. All right, so does that sound good? Fun stuff. Oh, it's always fun to share with you guys what's coming up. Hi, Laura Sullivan. Don't show anything till I get home. It'll be in 25 minutes. Oh man, Laura, we're starting. Hi, Karen Green. Hi, Pat Fleming. Hi, Mimi Howenstein. Oh, there's Brenda Lovelace. Yay. So you girls are still rocking and rolling in. Okay. So we're going to start off with how do you get signed up for classes? That's another thing too, that especially if you're newer, how do you get signed up for classes? Just message me. I try to make it as super simple as possible for you to get registered. So after the showcase video is always the best time because you'll see everything that's offered for the month and you can tell me, I want this class, I want this class, I want this class, and are you okay with everything shipping together? Because I can consolidate shipping then. Instead of you paying shipping on every class and me mailing them separately, let's save some money on shipping, right? So after the showcase is always a great time to tell me what you want for next month. But let's say you don't have time to watch it and it's next month and you just want this class because you watched me do it. All you have to do is email me, call me, text me. You can Facebook message me on my private Facebook page. I see, or my private Facebook profile. I see that right away. Or you can, like, any way you get in touch with me works for me. I just need to get your name in a book like this. This is my class sign up sheet. And so as people sign up for classes, I put their name in the book. So and I log everything. So if you place an order or if you pay for it, I have it all logged. And that's how I keep track of everything. So I make it super simple as possible. So let's go to this sheet then. I'm looking here too. Anybody who would like to place an order, I generally have what the current host code here is, but just know that changes. It doesn't stay for a whole month. I will close a workshop when I'm ready to close a workshop, and it'll change to the next one. So if you're watching a video and you go to place an order, this happened to Pat recently. She saw my host code in a video. She tried to place the order and it wasn't working. So she entered the order. She submitted the order without the host code. It's great, but how I offer classes for free is if you use the host code. And what we would do is contact you, hopefully, would contact Stampin' Up! And say, hey, I need to get the host code on the order. It was meant to go for a demonstrator so I could get a class for free. Because that's how I do my classes. They're free with a minimum order. Some are product-based, meaning that you pay a fee for them. But in general, I have a bunch of classes that you get free with an order. So if you forget to get the host code on or you can't get it on, you can always call Stampin' Up! And I just like you guys to know, I'm wearing a yellow shirt on my website. That's where you can always find the current host code. So let's say this one that you see in my video doesn't work. All you have to do is go here, and that's the current host code. And that's where you can find it. Okay, so a lot of contact information's up here, how we do payments and all that good stuff. So that's there. So the first class that I've been doing for the longest of all time, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit, is the monthly class. The monthly class, I know it's not a really creative name, but we've always called it the monthly class. And this one always features 3 different stamp sets. And they can be from the mini catalog, they can be from the annual catalog, they can be from online exclusives. But it could be a die set or a punch set or a regular stamp set that doesn't have anything. And so I offer this 3 times, no, actually 4 times. I do this class a lot. I do it once online, once on a Saturday, and then twice on a Monday. So in early December, we have the 9th for a Monday, and then all the dates are on here, you guys. So I don't know if I'll go specifically through all the dates, because if you print this, you can see when I have the dates. But this one will be online with you guys on December 12th. And you always want to message me ahead of time. Like our shipping day, so you guys know for those that get mailed kits, shipping day is December 8th for people who aren't on my team. For people who are on my team, our shipping day is 6. This is 6. I keep telling people wrong. Our shipping date for non-team members is the 6th, and the shipping date for team members is the 9th. And the reason that we have 2 different dates is, for those of you who are on my team, we have our team holiday gathering on the 9th. No, on the 8th. Dates. On the 8th, that's Sunday. And I have awards for the top 20 on my team. And we will be doing door prizes. So there's things that people will be getting. And I have a team gift. I have a gift for everybody on my team. And so what I'm going to do is save everybody's classes that have anything that need to be shipped, and I'm going to hold them until Monday, and we'll add all of anybody who gets something on my team. We're going to mail your stuff out on the 9th. So just know there's a couple days lag because I want to make sure I include anything and not have to ship things twice, okay? So that's a little note about that. All right, so for the monthly class, we have Frozen Edges is featured, which is this card right here. Calendar idea is great. Yes, I've been hearing lots of positive feedback on us doing a calendar. It will really be helpful for a lot of people. So Frozen Edges is from the Holiday Mini Catalog. And what I like to do with this showcase is show you the cards and tell you what you might need for class in case you don't have the specific stamp set. Like, what could you use in lieu of it? Because my goal is buy what you love, use what you have, and make classes for you that you can easily interchange other things. So with this one, we had Night of Navy ink, and the sentiment actually comes from Artful Amaryllis. These snowflakes, though, that's what's stamped in the background here in white. So if you don't have Frozen Edges and you're like, man, I don't want to buy it either, that's fine. Do you have other snowflakes that you could stamp in the background, and do you have white ink? And that is the beautiful card, one of the beautiful cards. And then we have Light the Sky. So we're transitioning away from the holidays and going into the new year. And so we have a wintry card. And then this one is a New Year's card, but it could also be a beautiful anniversary card. It could be a wedding card, especially if you have a wedding in the new year or over the holidays. It features Light the Sky, but we use the sentiment in black. And then we do have a firework, and then the other sentiment is from this set. But if you didn't have Light the Sky, you could easily swap out a sentiment and not necessarily put the firework, or maybe you have other fireworks you could put in. So there's your pretty black, gold, and vanilla card. And then we featured Round We Go. I gotta get the recipe back in there. Round We Go, and we did navy with gold. Such a pretty one. And we did the rosette. And so everybody's gonna get the 2 pieces of the die cutting to make a rosette, and we'll go through and show you how to make the rosette. But this one could be a birthday card, it could be a New Year's card as well. And we featured the sentiments and one of the focal images on the inside, but the outside just has time to celebrate. So you wouldn't have to necessarily have Round You Go either, Round We Go. And this class is $17 or free with a minimum $30 order if you're in person or doing porch pickup. If you want the kits mailed to you, it's $23 or a minimum $50 purchase. So again, this is a start. If you like, I want this class, start making a list of the classes you'd like. And then as you add more classes, that shipping will come down. Basically, each class is $6 to ship, because by the time you pay for shipping and have a padded bubble mailer and then the labels and then the time invested for doing the shipping, it's $6 for each class for the 3 and 4 card classes. And what happens is if you get multiple classes, let's say you get 3 classes, the first one would have the base shipping, and then for each class after, I only add $2 on versus $6. So you have a $4 savings per class is how I do that. All right, so that was the first class. It's the monthly class. It features the Round We Go, Light the Sky, and Frozen Edges. All right, again, it's in person 3 different times, and then it's online on the 12th. So if we're gonna go in order here, we'll talk about Paper Pumpkin. So Kelly's doing Paper Pumpkin on Tuesday night, which is an odd night, right? It's okay, it's because Thanksgiving is in here, kind of messed up our schedule, so we're not going live, you guys. We're not gonna be live on Thanksgiving night. If I have it on my A game, I'll schedule a post at 6 o'clock to play a past class that I have extra kits of. And so Kelly's doing Paper Pumpkin on Tuesday night instead. 6 o'clock. I have quite a few Paper Pumpkins here. It's the stocking one. I forgot to change my subscriptions before they build. And so I have a plethora of them compared to what I think I really need. So just know if you see Paper Pumpkins in the back here, they're always available for purchase. They're $27 to my house, and then we would need to do shipping to your house. So how that works is if I can consolidate it with another class or 2, we can reduce the shipping too. But normally it's $7 to ship it anywhere in the United States. I do have 3 left from June, and I have a bunch of the sweet stockings. So if you missed out on getting the sweet stockings and you would like to get it, just know I have plenty, okay? And the other thing too, which is super cool, if you know that you want the pumpkin before the 10th of the month and you don't want to put it on a subscription for yourself, you can reach out to me and I can adjust one of my subscriptions and have it mailed directly to you from the home office in Utah, and you wouldn't pay shipping then from my house to your house. So December is going to be a great pumpkin. I already have shared it on my website. So if you go to my events calendar for December, it's the 30th is when Kelly's going to be doing the class. This one for December is called Notes from the Heart. And so really pretty. I have all the details here. You have 9 cards, 3 designs that comes with vellum, scallop card bases. I include all the details for it. So let's say you don't want to get your own subscription, but you want the kit. You can always reach out to me, which a bunch of you did after I shared it. I was able to go into, after you send me the payment, I was able to go into my account and change it and put your name, your address, and your phone number in, and it ships directly to you, and then you don't have to pay shipping. And I can do that as people want that, and then after the month, I switch it back to my name, right? But that's a way for us to avoid shipping from me to you, especially if you know you want the kit and you don't want your own subscription. For those that want it after the fact, though, I have them in the back here. If you see them in a video, you can always reach out and ask what they are, and then there would be shipping from me to you. So that's Paper Pumpkin. Kelly generally does the Paper Pumpkin classes. So in December, she's got it coming up on the 30th, which we just said, but then she's this Tuesday doing the November Pumpkin. Very good. Okay, then we have a class called Mystery Card Night. Mystery Card Night is where we come up with clues, and we teach you or show you how to make a card. And it's a mystery. And so we just had the November one this past week. And the December is a little bit early. December is the 2nd. It's because with Christmas and the holidays coming up, we had to like refinagle. We basically took all of December and then we're doing it in the first 3 weeks of the month. And then we're off of classes basically that week, except for there's Paper Pumpkin. But we kind of like jam-pack the front full. So it's December 2nd for anybody who wants to get involved in Mystery Card Night. So we are going to be working on the clues already this coming week so that we have it published. Probably by the end of next week, it'll be published and ready for you because it's basically the Monday after Thanksgiving. So that's Mystery Card Night. For those who watched the November one, make sure you get your card submissions in by the 30th of November so that you can get in the drawing. Then there's another class called Share, Create, Inspire. And that one is where somebody sends me a recipe card and I make the card on the fly, kind of not knowing what I'm doing. And I believe Sandy Coy Emery, you're up for this month, if I'm not mistaken. And so we will be making her card on, is it December 18th? I have it set, I think I have it set for December 18th. That seems like a little bit out, but I think that's right. Yes, December 18th, and it's at 1 p.m. So you can definitely catch that class to get more inspiration in making cards. All right, so that is the first column. Now we go over here to sweet bundle classes. Every month I do a class that features a specific sweeter bundle, and we still have November's to do yet. So I'm gonna talk about it really quick because you guys completely confused me. I don't know how or why this happened, and maybe somebody can enlighten me. But we had the season of green and gold last month. We made 96 sets of these cards and they were gone. Before the end of the class, the last 2 sets were gone. Now, fast forward to this month and we're doing the season of elegance. And to me, the cards are as beautiful. I have like 25 sets left going into class tonight. And I'm like, did you guys not like this set? Or what happened that these cards didn't go over as well as the season of green and gold? So maybe you can say why you liked one and maybe not the other, and maybe it'll help me. Because now we planned for 96 because we thought, well, season of green and gold had 96, it would probably do just as well. So maybe I'm missing something, but let me show you the cards. The class is tonight. And again, I have oodles McOodles of this one left. So it features Peaceful Evergreens and Peaceful Season. And we're going to be making, in 2 hours, we're going to be making these 4 cards. And really all you need also are sentiments. And this is a gift card holder. And then for this one, you basically needed a sentiment. And then this one, you needed some sort of trees in the background, which a lot of people have trees at this point, and a sentiment in green. And then this one, you just needed a sentiment. So we made these very easy for you to reproduce these to look exactly like this class at home with just needing sentiments. Now, this is tonight. It's a $20 class plus $6 for shipping, and then it's a $50 order if you want them for free. So how that works is if you place your $50 order, I'll send you these as a thank you for giving me your order using my host code. So it's called Season of Elegance. If you're watching this later, just know I have tons. I have like 25. So don't know. Maybe you guys can help me understand. But let's fast forward to next month. Next month's sweet class is the Regal Winter. Now, for those of you who are residing in Canada, this is the class I collaborate with Rose Coleman on. She will, if you want these, reach out to her. She kits these cards up in Canada and makes them available. So you want to reach out to her if you're interested. Okay. Now, the other one is the Technique Club class, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But for December, we have Regal Flora. or Regal, it's actually Regal Winter, but the stamp set is called Regal Flora. It's called Regal Winter, and this is what the stamp set looks like. So when we do a suite class, we generally do try to use the focal images, right? Because we're featuring just one stamp set. We might pull in sentiments from another stamp set, but for most part, we try to keep it within the family of the stamp set. And for those that did the escape with me in the autumn, you will probably recognize this card. It is our double dipper. And this one, you need some focal images. You'll need flowers and leaves. And it may not be these, it could be other ones, because if you're like me, you have millions of flowers at home in the form of a stamp. And so this is a yellow, like Daffodil Delight or Crushed Curry, and then we use Lost Lagoon on here. And if you don't have those specific colors, you could always swap out for different greens and yellows. And then you need a sentiment. But all the embossing is done, the die cutting is done. The kits include the gems and the ribbon. This one is a beauty and complete with cat fur. This is featuring Night of Navy for one of the flowers and Shaded Spruce. But again, the die cutting is done, the embossing is done, these shapes and sizes are cut specifically for you, and you need a sentiment. And we made that one Happy Birthday in Navy. And then this one, so, oh, hi Wilma. Yeah, hi Holly Paplow. Hi Debbie Lindauer. What will happen when Stampin' Up! Eliminates host codes? Well, that's a good question. I'll tell you guys. Hi Karen Wetstein. Hi Elaine Schneider. There's Laura Fitzgerald. Yay. Okay. There is, okay, lots of ads today. Yes. Oh, no, that's not good. So the ads is another thing, you guys. I have people that tell me sometimes they get a lot, sometimes they don't get a lot. Not so crazy. I don't know. I love the Season of Elegance. Yes, Trisha, you did sign up. I love this. I am not a fan of wild wheat, but I love this card. And we made it so you don't have to buy wild wheat, but you get to experience wild wheat. A lot of people say it looks like calf poo or baby poo, which I understand. I can relate. I know what that stuff looks like. And it does. It is definitely the color of poop. But when you mix it with pretty designer series paper and espresso, it makes for a gorgeous card. And for this one, all you need is espresso ink and a sentiment. Now the sentiments that we pulled in for these 3 cards actually come from a stamp set called Loveliest Trees, which is in the new annual catalog. Well, it's not new anymore, but the annual catalog. Okay, now this one is Blackberry Bliss, and that's what the ink is, and the flowers are in Blackberry Bliss. So again, back to flowers, whatever flowers you have, but this is die cut, this is die cut, your circle's already punched, and the background's embossed. Some pretty cards here. So this is Regal Flora. And I do a promotion with this class. Hi, Linda Kester. I will take a class for tonight. Yay, the Season of Elegance. I will touch base with you. Yes, wonderful. Okay, so this is my promotional suite class where there's little asterisks on the back ends of the names of the class. And that means when you go to the end, I don't have it printed here, but if you go to the end of the real one that's on my website, there's an extra section in there. I started doing this as a promotion way back many years ago, where if you bought Regal Flora from me, the bundle, and it's got to be over $50 still for your order. So if a bundle's less than $50, you still have to add something so your order is over $50. But if you order the bundle from me by a specific date, and it says it at the back end, it's usually a week before class, I'll give you a half a pack of the designer series paper for free. It's a thank you for saying, oh my God, you like this bundle so much, and it's what I picked for class, and you liked it so much that you bought it. I like to say thank you. And so you'll get the 4 card kits, but you'll also get a half a pack of the DSP. And I think about 8 people already did that for Regal Flora. So just so you can have it on your radar, the Sweet Bundle class for January is Hearts of Elegance, which is a new online exclusive that they just launched in earlier November. So if you buy that now, the Hearts of Elegance suite, I believe is, well, I don't think it's the whole suite. I think I have, if you just buy the bundle, you'll get the half a pack of DSP. I'm not quite certain, but I will be publishing all 4 of the suite classes for January, February, March, and April in the very, very near future so that you guys can plan for them. I think that they're generally, I'm like thinking, like looking up into the sky here. I think 3 of them are out of the new mini, and then 1 of them is an online exclusive. So, all right, so that's Regal Flora. Now, back to the host codes. Hi, Cheryl. Back to the host codes. The question asked, what will happen when Stampin' Up! Eliminates host codes? I'm just going to put this out there. I'm a very transparent person. I'm going to tell you. Whenever you place an order using the host code, I get host rewards, up to 16%. And those, so on a $600 order, I'm getting $96 in host rewards. It's a lot, you guys. I use those host rewards to help offset the cost of the product that I'm using in the classes. So cardstock, ribbon, gems, right? It all adds up really fast. And I also use my host rewards to reward my helpers. When you guys get kits from me and you have all of this little detailed die cutting, right? Somebody does that. It's not a machine that's pumping that out. It's Karen Forward. It's Karen Wetstein. It's Anna Rebedu. It's Sandy, Tammy's mom. And it's Tammy and Rhonda. Like there are I have helpers, and they just don't do it for nothing, and they wouldn't mind doing it for nothing, but that's not fair to people, right? So I reward them with product, right? And I use my host rewards to help make my helpers happy, you guys, okay? So long story short, what happens when the host rewards go away, like the host codes go away? Stampin' Up! Is going to be giving, and this isn't going to happen until April, I think. Somewhere around April is when it's happening. So what's going to happen is I'm no longer going to get 16% back on my workshops. You guys aren't going to use a host code, right? Okay? So how do I compensate or give product and stuff back to my helpers? And I have to do that by altering the prices of my classes. And so starting in January, the classes are going up slightly by a couple bucks, and the ordering amount, the minimum ordering amount, is going to be going up. It's the only way that I can make it be the same. Like, that's how it goes, because you guys are going to be getting, for your orders that you place with me, there's no host code. You still are going to be able to pick me as your demonstrator, but the host rewards, you're going to be getting 10%, and they're going to be going into a bank with you in your account, and not to me to use to buy products and to get products and to offset my, tell my employees. So I hope that makes sense. So when you see, and my mother, I didn't say my mother, but my mother does not die cut. Oh yes, you're right. My mom, Brenda Lovelace, you are so correct. My mom cuts all of the ribbon. Any piece of ribbon that you get in your kit, my mom has cut that, right? So yes, and all the people that help me kit, right? So all right, so if you guys, when you see the price is going up per class by $2, and the minimum order amount is going up by $10, so instead of a $50 order, it's going to be a $60 order, just know that is because the host rewards, the host codes are going away. And the other thing is, you guys, Stampin' Up! Raised their prices of cardstock, ribbon, and embellishments back in April, May, right? 8 months ago. We didn't change the prices of our classes 8 months ago, right? We kept it all year long because it doesn't make sense to change it back in May, because everything was already set for the year. I didn't want to go through the hassle or the work of updating everything, and everything's set, and people had already paid for classes months in advance, because people will do that. And so just know that we never did any offsetting back in April or May. And so in January, what we've decided to do to help combat those two things is it's $2 per class, and then the ordering amount. But when you look at it, most people order over $55, $60. So hopefully you guys are okay with it. It was a hard decision to make, but it was the decision we had to make to kind of keep everything even and not go backwards. So, all right. So that was a really good question. I really appreciate you asking that, because now you guys heard it. So when you see the calendar and when you see this new PDF document, it's going to have the new prices on it. So hopefully everybody understands. I mean, I hear it all the time. When people come into class, they're like, oh man, and I hate to add fuel to the fire, because everybody is coming in and saying, oh man, this went up, this went up, this went up, oh man, I mean, it's happening. I got my internet bill, and it used to be, I'll tell you, 15 years ago, it used to be $50. My internet bill is now $90. I don't have a choice. It's just being raised. And so the cost of everything is seeming to go up, but I get it that we're not necessarily making more, but I have to do what's best too. So, all right. Yes, that was the other thing, Sandy. She noticed that the sale-a-bration amount went up to $60. And let me tell you how much of a rigmarole that is to try to think of $60, $120, $180 to go by $60 to figure that out. So Stampin' Up! Increased their ordering amount to be $60 to get a sale-a-bration item. And so that's why I'm like, okay, well, $60 is what it's going to be to get a free class. So you basically, in January and February, when you place a $60 order, you'll get a sale-a-bration item and you'll get a free class. So, okay. Why would Stampin' Up! Do this? Are you asking why would they get rid of the host code? I think that's what you're asking. Mary, yes, saw the qualifying was 60, not 50. Makes more money for the parent company. So Debbie and Brenda, what they've explained to us is that they don't think that they're going to have more or less. It's going to be about even. So they're giving now host rewards, or I would say they're not calling it host rewards. They're calling it like a 10%. You get 10% back into your own account to be used however you want. They're not for hosting anything. I don't remember the word. It may be somebody that knows what they're calling it, but you're getting rewards back. Most companies do something very similar where it's 10% and they go into an account and you have them for a certain amount. So they're trying to align with current times. And normally in the like current time now, you don't get rewards until you spend over $150. They're going to be giving you rewards at $20. So if you place a $20 order, you'll get a $2 or a 10%, yeah, $2 reward. Whereas if you placed a $140 order, you didn't get rewards unless it was linked to a host code. So all in all, they're going to be giving rewards at a lower amount versus you not getting anything. And they want everybody to have their own rewards banking in their own account. And so that's fine. So you guys will be getting your rewards, but I still have to keep things kind of even. And so, yeah, that's it. So, all right, we got that out of the way. And I'm glad we chatted about it, because now if anybody ever asks me, I can say, just go watch the showcase video. It was at minute 46 or something. So, all right. So back to Regal Flora, you guys. That is the Regal Flora Sweet Bundle class for the month of December. And again, watch for my calendar. You'll see what we're doing for January, February, March, and April in the very near future. We have it all made. We're just proofreading it right now. All right, so we do a beginner-ish class called Let's Just Stamp. And we had Regal Flora, Artful Amaryllis. And then for month of December, we switched back to the annual catalog. And we're doing Poised Peony. And we did flowers because we're ready. Hi, Laura Sullivan. We already got through a few things, so you'll just have to go back, watch a little bit. Let's Just Stamp, and it features the peony. So yes, we did use these stamps and these sentiments. And you would need some sort of a bigger focal image of a flower or anything. You have a white piece of paper and you have that as your blank canvas to put whatever you want on it. And you need a sentiment. And for this one, we stamped it in a gray. And then I think we used a Stampin' Blend, like the marker that's clear with a solution. We used that, and then peacock and blackberry ink. And this one, we used colored pencils, and we used Melon Mambo and I think Old Olive. So you just need a sentiment and again, a focal flower. Hi, Dolores. Fellow demo here. How may I buy a November paper pumpkin kit or 2 from you if you have any left? Yes, Dolores, I do. I have oodles, McOodles. Send me an email. My email address is here, Christine@cardsbycrispy.com. Send me an email or my phone number's there. You can also text me. Tell me your name when you text, though, because sometimes people text me and I don't know who it is. And so I'll help you get 2 pumpkins. We can mail them together. I'll tape them together so it's 1 box versus 2 boxes. So here you need a small focal image and a sentiment. This one I think is my favorite with the blackberry and the peacock. So again, you get a little blank palette. You could stamp whatever you want on there. So Let's Just Stamp is $17 or $23 mailed, or it's a $50 order if you want the kits mailed to you. All right, so there's Poised Peony. Let's Just Stamp. All right, I got my piles here. Kit classes. All right, so kit classes. So Stampin' Up! Comes out with new kits every month, generally 2. I just learned yesterday that in the new year, they will be doing up to 3 in a month. 6 months out of the 12 months next year, they're going to be doing 3 kits in a month. And generally, what I've always done is I did a kit class where I showed you the kit. And then it would give you that whole see it before you buy it and decide if you like it or not. And so generally, we do them back to back, both kits in the same live. Well, Kelly's been helping me do the kit classes more to help free up my time a little bit. And she said that she would prefer to do them in separate classes. And she's generally here now on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So in December, we're going to still do 1 kit class and do it back to back, hopefully. And that is going to be on December 12th. And then going forward in the new year, Kelly's going to be doing the kit classes for me regularly at 10 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. And it will be the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th Tuesdays of the month if there's 3. And it's two of the other Tuesdays. Like if there's only two, it's either the first, no, I should say it's the second and third, or the second and the fourth. Just know Tuesdays at 10 a.m. is when Kelly's gonna be doing kit classes, all right? And she generally just shows you the kit, how to put it together, and just that whole try before you buy type thing, but it's like a see before you buy, because you might be like, oh man, I hate it. I'm so glad I'm not getting it. Or you might be like, wow, that's really cool. I want that. So we do the kit classes to show you guys what they're all about. Okay, let's flip the page over. Ink, paper, scissors is by far, I think, my favorite class out of the series that we do, the class series. It's the one where we could be the most free with using designer series paper, because with ink, paper, scissors, you get a quarter pack of designer series paper, you get a roll of ribbon, and you get a pack of gems, and then 4 card kits. And sometimes we can't stop and we end up with 6 or 8. So those are your bonus ones when you get more than 4, but usually 4 card kits. And we cut the paper as a group, and then we put the cards together. And what's fun about this one too is it's the easiest class to kit out of all of them, because we don't have to put ribbon, designer paper, or gems in your card kits. They come as a full, like they come in the goodie bag part of it. So we have an ink, paper, scissors on Monday night, which features reindeer fun or reindeer days. And Angelique said IPS is her favorite. Yeah, it's a lot of people's favorites. And so I'm showing you, this is actually November, and I'm showing it to you because the class is Monday, and I have 2 scoops left. No, I have 2 classes left. So they're gonna go really quick. And so if you're on the fence about this, you better like either tell me right now while we're live, or you might get on a waiting list, and we'll see. Because I do want to make sure I save 1 set in case I forgot to sign somebody up. So there might be only 1. So this is what we featured, and we didn't really even use the stamps except for sentiments. The deer, oh dear, the deer are from the designer series paper, and you will cut them out if you have the dies. A couple of them can be die cut, but otherwise you would fussy cut them. This one is, we got some little Velcro dots in here for you, so when you open it up, it opens up. Now, when somebody was looking at my card, they accidentally pulled up the Velcro here, and so I got to get a new Velcro, but so it's got a nice little closure on it like that. And then this one, if you guys remember, this is our double dipper from the Escape back in September. And again, just a sentiment. Here's the one that uses the awesome dies that make this cute deer. Oh dear. And then this one is a belly band around this card. So it does look like this, and then you slide the belly band off and it opens like that. So that is what we have for ink, paper, scissors for November. And we either have one. So Doris said, I'll take a deer class. Okay, so Doris, that I'll mark that down, that you would definitely get one. And if anybody else reaches out to me before I commit it, I would make sure I didn't miss signing somebody up, because you guys, it is really hard to kit up just one class for somebody that, because we missed it. So if anybody else is interested, just let me know. I'll let you know. I'll look into it and I'll double check to make sure I didn't miss anybody. But definitely, Doris, I believe that will work for you. Now, for December, I have in store for you Snowy Wonder. Okay, ink, paper, scissors is a $32 class plus $7 for shipping, and that makes it $39. And that is, the shipping is a little bit more because I'm mailing designer paper, ribbon, and embellishment. So that's $7 for shipping on these. Snowy Wonder is for December. All right, so this is another one where it was designed where you don't have to have the stamps. We definitely use the stamps for on the inside. We stamped the snowmen in the bottom corners, I think, of some of them. Maybe it doesn't really show so well, but what's on the outside is actually the designer paper, and you get that in your goodie bag. And so these are 2 shaker cards, because you'll get the snowflake embellishments, and then this one is another shaker. So we'll go through and show you how to make shaker cards, and then these 2 are not shaker cards. And again, sentiment in real red, sentiment in poppy, sentiment in pool party, and sentiment in garden green, and fun stuff. So I just did see that those embellishments are out of stock now. So if you were in the market to get them, one way you could get them is by taking this class, because that is the embellishment that is included for this class. And this one in December is on December 23rd. Is it really? Wow, I don't know if that's right. I don't think that's right. Nope, it's not right. It's December 18th. So I have this wrong here, guys. This is wrong. That was too close to Christmas. It's the 18th, okay? So December 18th is a Wednesday. Okay, so just know it's on a Wednesday. It's not on Thursday because Thursday night is the sweet class. All right, so just so you guys know, all of these classes that have kits with them so far, they're all offered in person. So if you're in my local community and you're in the Fond du Lac area and you want to take these classes, Diane's teaching ink, paper, scissors in person, and she's doing Let's Just Stamp in person, and then I do the other ones in person. So perfect. So that is Snowy Wonder, and that is the ink, paper, scissors for December. All right, so we're going to move on to games and prizes. And games and prizes, we have a couple. Yay! We have Lucky Hand and Stampin' Game Night and Card Workshop. Now, they are the same cards. Lucky Hand is the in-person version, and the Game Night is the online version. Okay? I cannot wait to show you these cards. Oh, they're so pretty. All right, I got to go get the stamp set, though, because I want to show you the stamp set. Brenda wants the Deer Class and Snowy Wonder. Okay. So Brenda, I'll put you on the list for the Snowy Wonder for sure. And then the reindeer, if I have one left, you would be the first in line to get it, okay? But I'll put you on my wait list. All right, I want to make sure I didn't miss somebody. I'm going to have you girls and guys, if there's any guys watching, study these cards. Oh my gosh. They are so pretty. I know there's a glare on that one, but let me go get the stamp set to show you the stamp set. I completely forgot to grab it. So this was introduced on November 6th as an online exclusive, and the stamp set looks like this. Now, I'm trying to show this to you because you can decide, do you have something similar? Because we did use the flowers on 2 of the cards. This card, we used the 3 flowers, and so you'll get a piece of white paper, and if you don't have the hibiscus, do you have other flowers that you could use in lieu of it, or something else? Think past the flowers and just know you'll get like 3 gold leaves. You get the ribbon as part of your goodie bag. You get the gold gems. You'll get a piece of vellum. The embossed flowers back here will come. But do you have something else that you could use in lieu of it? Because it's such a pretty card with it, but I'm sure that there are lots of ways you could use other stamps to make this one pretty too. This is the other one that features, we stamped them in Melon Mambo. And this is fun because we added a piece of Velcro to this one too, or a little Velcro dot. So this one looks like this. And it opens like this. Now I saw, oh man, I cased this from a different demonstrator. The layout, not the card, but the layout, how you go like this and then it has that diagonal cut. And we're gonna show you how to cut that diagonally, which is really cool. But that one, so that you'll get your leaves and the label, fun stuff. Now these though, you don't need to have necessarily anything but a sentiment. These are gonna come embossed and die cut like that. You just need some sort of a yellow watercolor pencil to put on there. I gotta get that so you can see the gold. And then this one too, it's all die cutting and it's all done for you. You just need a sentiment. And so it features that new marbled elegance paper. So for those that are local and you wanna come to this in person with me, it's December 4th. And those that are online and you wanna do game night with me, it is December 5th. And I'll tell you, we have plenty of these at the moment. I think we have about 30 people signed up. I'm planning for 72, so we're not even half full. The class is in 2 weeks. If you want to do the online version with me, just know that I need to have about 50 people signed up. And with 50 people, the 5 main prizes are bundles. And I picked out 5 of the new bundles from the spring mini catalog because I buy the suites for myself, and then I buy the bundles to use as the prizes. So the Delightful Floral, the new Friends of the Ocean, there's a storybook one, and there's a Delightful Birthday, and there was one more. I got 5 new bundles for the main prizes. So the top prizes for this class are brand new product bundles that are not even available. As a demonstrator, you can get them now, but as a customer, they're not available till January 7th. So that's what the prizes are going to be. So, oh, and there they went down. Okay. So Doris wants game night. Okay, perfect. So, all right. And the other thing too, just so you know, I've been asking everybody who signs up for game night. Game night is the first week of December. And I have people who sometimes want their kits in time for class and not waiting for them. So you have 2 options with game night. Because we're not shipping until December 6th, you can choose to save money and consolidate your shipment and not have your kits in time for game night. And the other option would be to pay the full shipping and have that ship out earlier, and then everything else would ship out later. So when you message me that you want all these classes and you want game night, the question I'm going to come back to you with is, are you okay if game night comes later with everything and save shipping, or would you want game night ahead of time and full shipping? So just, you could answer that question for me ahead of time. That would help me know so I don't have to go back and forth with emails. All right, so again, that's game night, Lucky Hand. And craft roulette. I am a guest on Mary Gunn's craft roulette show twice a year, and it is coming up on December 6th. It's a Friday. We have a big shipping day, and then I'm gonna go right into craft roulette, you guys. And so that is December 6th, and that starts at 6:30 Central. And that is a fun game show crafting experience where the wheel spins and it picks out different elements, and Mary Gunn and I make a card together, but totally different, using 4 of the same elements. Okay, so Doris said to ship hers together. Perfect. You know, Doris, I'm going to also want you to follow up too with a collective email that says I would like these things added. And then I always love correspondence that's written. So even if you tell me something over the phone or like here via the messaging that you guys right now are with a post, I still like the correspondence to have a document, like correspondence, like written back and forth. All right, and Jean Shoot said ship together. And so Jean, I didn't even see. She wants the hibiscus. Good, good. So Jean, I have a prize on the back counter here for you. And I can get your prize. It's a stamp set. I can get that mailed out together for you. All right, so you want game night. All right. Be Happy Stampers team events. I'm working my way down the column here, and that one's what's next. I have an amazing team of Be Happy Stampers. We have about 130 on the team, and it's amazing. We have a great community. So I always like to put it out there. If you're not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator or discount shopper or hobbyist, and you would like to be part of Stampin' Up! To get a discount of 20%, or if you'd like to be part of an amazing community, you're always welcome to join my team if you don't have somebody else that you're already working with. If you have a different demonstrator that you're loyal with, join their team. But if you don't and you're looking for a happy home, we would open you with open wings. And if you're anxious to sign up right away, the joining special right now is $125 for $99. But just know on January 7th when sale-a-bration starts, the sign-up special is you can get $155 worth of products for $99, or you can get $125 worth of products plus 2 marker sets and a stamp set that is assigned, and you would get that for $99. So just know that if you are looking to have so you get a 20% discount right off the bat, just know that you can go to my website, cardsbycrispy.com, and join the fun. It talks through everything. It would answer all your questions, and just know that you're always welcome. You're always welcome to join my team. And we have our team holiday gathering and a white elephant exchange on the 8th. And on the 8th is where I go through and I announce. So Stampin' Up! Does their top 150, or they do something, right? Like they announce who is in their top. I do the same thing for my team. I do the top 20. And I go get a unique gift for the top 20. And I got it, and I'm getting it embroidered, and it's super cool. So I'm having them made right now so that I can give those out to the top 20 at that time. So I also have, what else? So that's the team holiday party. So that starts at 3 p.m. on December 8th. And everything, and my times are always central, you guys. Okay, and then that leads into the last thing on my list here is the Technique Club class. So I have not seen what Rose is doing yet, but she is featuring Snowy Wonder next month. And as soon as I get her cards from her, we'll create a cover photo and we'll share that with you guys. Basically, how it works is the Technique Club class, she creates 3 cards and they feature a technique. And I'm such bad. I don't remember what the technique is off the top of my head for December, but we'll figure it out. And so she shows that. And then I'm wondering if I have my binder here. Let me drop this down. So when you do the $50 order, and again, next year it's going to change. It'll be a $60 order, right? But what happens is you start a little binder. And so we started working together in January of 2023. And what's cool about this is if you do it every month, you end up getting as one of your you get 3 card kits, and then you get the card that has what the technique is, and then it describes the technique. And so after a while, I gotta get that one put in there. But after a while, you end up getting a whole little book that has all these different techniques. And this is the one that she just featured. So I do have for her the November class, the decorative trees. I think I have 2 left. and I'll go through it. Reindeer days we did there. I've got a couple left. I have one left of the More Than Autumn, and I'll go through that when I go through past classes. But the Technique Club class, she teaches it via a YouTube Live, and she does it on it's usually the third Thursday of the month at 11:30. It might alter slightly depending on if she's got family vacations or other things going on. But right now it's open, and she does it in her YouTube channel, and she's got one more in December featuring Snowy Wonder. We're gonna have a slight change going forward, and in January, instead of the class that she's doing being on YouTube, she's gonna be changing it to a private Zoom. And that won't change for if you sign up for class, you will be invited to do the private Zoom, and it's gonna be live streamed to an unlisted video. So if you still do the class with me via if you still do the Technique Club class via me in the United States, you will be given that private Zoom link so that you can join and engage and interact. She finds more success with this class doing a Zoom and having it be the core people that do the class. And if you can't make it at that time, you still would have a recording to watch later that shows how to make the cards. And so that's a change going into the new year. That'll be for, I think, January and beyond. And so just know that there's one left that she'll be doing in YouTube. And so it's going to be private now, going forward in January. But the people asked to how many bees do you have now? Linda Hunt, I think it's around like 132. I have around 100, and then there's about 32 that are second and third level. So we're growing. All right. Craft Roulette is where I found you. Yay, Cindy. No rush on shipping. Perfect. Sandy said, oh man, I think my 10-month is May. So I was just going to get to that really quick because this is a very informative live as well. People keep asking, well, what are you going to do for the club when the host rewards change, right? Because right now, if you do 10 orders with me consecutively, how the club works is you get a $75 shopping spree and a half off item by your 10-month, or like as soon as I figure it out, right? I have to keep track of things, and I have a bookkeeper, and we have to get back together and figure out, so I honor it at some point, right? Sometimes early and sometimes late and sometimes spot on, but we always get it figured out. But right now, if you do 10 in a row, if you miss a month, it starts over, right? So it's a club. So you have to do every month, and then at the end of 10 months, you get the host rewards and you get a half off item. So Stampin' Up, we talked about this maybe 20 or 30 minutes ago. Stampin' Up's going away with the host code. So how is that going to work? All right. Oh man. So for people with clubs, how I'm going to do it is we're going to kind of cash people out. We're going to kind of estimate how many host rewards you would have earned, and we're going to transition to a new system. And so it'll take a little bit of finagling, but I have less than 15 people that are doing this. So it's not like a lot of work for me, but we're going to figure it out that you'll still get the rewards that you've earned. And what'll happen though with the new system is 10% are automatically going to go into your own account. So I don't give you a shopping spree. Stampin' Up is basically taking care of it and giving you the shopping spree. And if you add up having $600 in that 10-month for those specific orders, you'll end up getting $60, which is 10%, right? Which is a little bit less than what I was offering. I was bumping it up because I get more host rewards. So I'm going to come up with a plan that, let's say we're fast forward, and this is into the future, but let's say starting in May, it's the new system. You're going to get 10%. At the end of 10 months, Stampin' Up's not going to give you a half off item because they're going away with half off items. I'm personally still going to give a half off item. So let's say, Sandy, you start over in May and you do 10 months. On your 10th month, you'll have earned 10% in your own bank with Stampin' Up. I'm still going to give you a half off item, which I will mail to you. And then I also am contemplating doing the difference, right? So you would have only earned $60 on that $600 through Stampin' Up, and my rewards were $75. I still am thinking I'll still give you the extra $15 in host rewards that you can pick out some small embellishments or ribbon, and I would mail that with your card kit. So I want to keep it even with where I'm at, okay? Where it's still $75, but it's going to be split up that Stampin' Up is doing part of it and I'm going to be doing part of it. So I'm trying to make it as seamless and not noticeable at all. So, all right. So don't worry about that yet. Anybody that does the Technique Club class, don't worry about it. It'll all work out. I'm not going to not give you host rewards. It just created a lot of work for us to try to manage it. and transition through it. And that's just how it goes. More work is what I'm experiencing these days because of stuff that's being changed. So it is what it is. That's all I can say. Is with a smile on my face, I say it is what it is, and we work through it. Okay. So the other question I get asked a lot about Rose's Technique Club class, how I do it is if you only want one of, like, let's say you see the cards and you love them, but you don't want to join the club, you don't want to ever order again, but you want to get one of them, you can still place right now a $50 order. In the new year, it'll be a $60 order. You could just place one order 1 month and get that one class, and you don't have to commit to it again. There are no contracts. There's no sign. Like, it's just like, hey, I want this one class. Sure, place an order. Let's get it. Mail it out to you. You're good. All right. Okay. I do a beginner's class at 11/11 Burgers and Beignets, and we make 2 cards, and that is December 11th. And I never share what the cards are beforehand because I don't know what they are until usually 2 days before. Okay. So just putting that out there into the universe. If you're local to me and you want to come have fun and support a local business, that's where I do my classes. I also have some extras in November. We have a small business showcase and used stamp sale that I host on November 30th at the Eagles Club in Fond du Lac. And it is from 9 until 2. And we have about 25 vendors that are going to be there. And then I do a used stamp sale. So if you're remotely local to me, that didn't sound right. That was like an oxymoron. If you're relatively close to me, about an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. Angelique is 7 hours, and she's driving up. I think you're still coming. She's coming up 7 or 8 hours from St. Louis to do this event, to come up and hang out and shop the sale. So that's super cool. And so you could come from any distance, but we have a great used stamp sale. And I have local people that have stuff that they put in the used stamp sale. A lot of my customers put their stuff in for the sale. And also I have demonstrators who mail me things too that we get and put in the sale. And so that's pretty cool. And that again is November 30th. And if you look on the calendar, you see something called Friday Fun Day. And I have not been able to pull that together. A year ago, Cheryl Taylor told me all about this idea about doing a Friday Fun Day, and I have not been able to build it into my schedule. So there's no Friday Fun Day. If you see it on the calendar, there's no Friday Fun Day this Friday. But instead, on Friday, we have a Stamp-A-Stack. And the Stamp-A-Stack is going to be beyond amazing. We're making 14 Christmas cards and 3 gift bags. And I have about 28 spots left. And if you guys watched my Frames and Flowers class that was back in August, it's going to be very similar. And I know that after I did that class, we kitted up 24 more sets of that class because I had a waiting list that was this long. And so to be productive, we kitted up and made more kits for this than I thought I would need. But going into class, knowing I only have 28 left means that you guys are loving it. And I think I will definitely go through those kits very soon. So if you want to get signed up for it sooner rather than later, I'm going to share with you what we're going to be making. Now, this is Friday at 2 o'clock. All right. And it's a Stamp-A-Stack. And it features a little bit festive. And you're going to make, I'm going to flip through these. You're going to make we're making 14 cards. Everything has cat fur on it, you guys. We're making 14 cards. They are unique, all different. And they are pretty amazing. So for those that are getting this kit from me, if you want the easy button with your Christmas card making adventures, this is your easy button. Okay? All are different, and they're all festive and Christmassy, and you get to use a lot of those die cut pieces, and you get a roll of gold ribbon, you get the gold gems, you get a yard of the cherry cobbler ribbon, you get the festive Christmas paper, you get 14 envelopes, and all you need are sentiments. You do not need any stamps whatsoever besides sentiments. Okay, so you need sentiments. Those are stamps, but I said besides sentiments. Everything else is it comes in the kit. So sentiments, that's all you need. And then cherry cobbler ink. I think maybe garden green, but I think all of this is cherry cobbler. Yeah. And then on top of it, you will have paper left over to make these adorable little gift bags. And I used the gold thread, and it's kind of thin, but I used the gold thread to make these. So you have that left over. Now, if you're looking for a great Christmas or holiday present for a friend or a family member, you're making 14 cards and 3 gift bags. You could put those cards in here, and then your gift is ready for the teacher or for friends or for family or your hairdresser, right? These would make great gifts. So I have 28 left. And I'm not going to say how fast they're going to go because I really thought that they would already be gone by now. But now that you guys saw them again and I have new people watching, just reach out to me. That class is, if you want to do porch pickup, it's $55. To mail it is $68, and that's because I have to mail it in a 13 by 13 package, and shipping is more expensive for that because it's a bigger odd size. So it's $68 if you want it mailed, but you could, if you haven't gotten this class yet and you want to use this as the base for some classes, you could always get this and then anything else would get added onto it and ship with it for less. So yes, phenomenal. It is the hugest, not hugest, is not even a word. It is a big document. I think that Jolene wrote that PDF tutorial. It was like 30 pages. So you, with all of my online card classes, you guys, you get a PDF tutorial as well. So that will help you make your cards later if you can't watch the video. Okay, so that's an extra in November. Another extra in November that I had, but I've already done the class, is the Reindeer Fun Memories and More class. And I sold out of it. And I have a hard time telling people no. So just today, I made up more. I did it myself. I did. I laid out all the paper and I like to say we because it's generally we, but I made, my mom helped me stuff them into the packaging, but we made 4 more today. And so the 4, okay, so and of the 4, I only have 2 left, right? So it's the Reindeer Fun Memories and More, and I don't have any of the team pricing left, but I have the Memories and More, like full thing where you get the Memories and More envelopes, you get my card packet, you get the roller ribbon, you get the gems, okay? And it will make 20 Christmas cards. There are multiples though, because of how this one works, but you'll get to make 2 of this card, 2 of this one, 2 of this one, and it opens like this, and it has a little knot that you tie it shut. So 2 of that. You'll make 2 of this one. You'll make 2 scoops of this one. And this one comes with 4. So you'll 4. They're a little easy, but they're pretty. So like easy and pretty is an amazing thing. All you need for this class also is some cherry cobbler ink and some sentiments. This one, 3. And that one 3. And what's super cool is there's sticker sheets that come in these that you get to put stickers as your focal images on the inside. And they're not all the same either. There's some that they're different. So, all right, so that's the Memories and More class. And I have 2 left. It's $55 plus shipping on this one is $10. So, and this one's less shipping because I shipped that one in a priority padded envelope, and that goes for $10. Okay, so hi Dandon, that was the extra I want. Oh, Jean, you want the little bit festive too. I love it. So game night and a little festive. Perfect. And I'll plan to ship them next week then. Okay, all right. We had a Radically Retro swap party that was earlier in the month, and that's done. But if you want to watch that, just know it's in my private Facebook group that's called Radically Retro Swap Group. And if you wanted to see, there was 100 cards, more or less, 95 cards, and you could watch to get inspiration ideas. You do need to request access to that private Facebook group, and maybe you'll consider doing that swap with us in the future. In December, I also have an open house. And it was always in person, but I started to have an online community. I would say that if you're in my online community and you've shopped with me, you've taken classes with me in the last 6 months, and you would have attended in person if you lived closer to me, reach out to me and tell me those things. Tell me, hey, I'm a customer, and I know who's taking classes with me or who has placed orders with me, but those would be 2 criteria. I would say if you've done a swap with me, right? So you've got to have some sort of interaction with me. It's not just hey, I've never done anything with you, like something, right? It's got to be somebody I have worked with in the past 6 months, either with a class or placing an order. And I have a make and take for that day, and I have a little party favor gift that we're working on making. And if you're taking a December class with me, I will be able to mail it in your package with you, or for you, right? So hopefully, generally too, a lot of people who would say that they have stuff that is shipping out that I can add it to their package. And if you want, I could do porch pickup, or if let's say you can't make it that day, but you would have loved to, let me know that. But otherwise, I have it 2 days. It is on a Monday, the 16th from 5:30 to 8:30, and it's on Sunday from 1 to 4. Okay. And my mom makes cookies, and we have hot chocolate, and so it's a way to give back to my community that supports me. So just a little bit, that's for the holiday open house. Now again, hopefully you fit the criteria, Or like, let's say you don't fit the criteria, you haven't taken a class with me, but let's say you're going to take a December class for the very first time. Go ahead and put that you would love to attend and you're taking a class in December, and would you mind putting that in my package? And I'd be happy to, right? So again, if you're new to me too and you want to participate, that's good. I work with that too. All right, jeans, oh yeah, perfect, the hibiscus too. All right, let's talk about a couple things that are in the near future. It's not even on the calendar, but on Thanksgiving Day, my brother comes in from Stevens Point and we create an online exclusive DSP sampler. And I'm going to go grab my book really quick so you guys can see what that looks like. But this is what it looks like as a package. So give me 1 second. Let me go get it. I forgot to grab it. Every new catalog and once a year with the online exclusives, we create a DSP sampler. DSP is designer series paper. And it looks like this. So it comes with the color swatches of the DSP and the cardstock. And it's a book that avid crafters love because it helps you to see what's available in the different designer series paper. And demonstrators, discount shoppers, hobbyists love it too, because if you're showing people the designer paper and you can use it in classes. And so that was the annual catalog. I don't have any left of the annual catalog, but I do have 5 left of the holiday mini one, which is really weird to say that because I generally don't have any left by now, but we made more than what we needed to. I have 5 left of the holiday mini one, right? So you would get, that's this one right here. You would get the sheets that are printed and you would get all of the little packages for you to glue. You glue them yourself. I don't glue them. So I have 5 left of this one. And what we're working on Thanksgiving Day is the online exclusive. So Stampin' Up! Came out with online exclusives in March, July, and November. And now they have 2 more designer papers and an ombre paper that just launched in the pre-order on Tuesday. And we're sneaking them into this one, all right? So this one is what we're making on Thursday. I'm only making 36 because generally in the past, I made 32 last year and they stayed around for a little bit longer than I thought, but I think 36 is a good number. And so we're making them on the Thanksgiving and they'll be available to ship in your December packages for anybody that wants them. Now, if you want this one too, for the mini catalog, it could also ship in a December package on our big shipping day on the 6th. And again, the OE one, the online exclusives will be available. We're going to be working on the spring one then. So Stampin' Up! Just launched their pre-order for the holiday the spring mini catalog, and we're going to start working on that designer series paper sampler, and that will include sale-a-bration. So also on the radar, if you want that one, we could get you signed up for that one as well, right? The main thing is just to get you on the list so I know that you want one so I can hold it for you. So that's the designer series paper sampler. So there's 3. There's the holiday mini I have left, there's the online exclusives coming up, and then the spring mini catalog is going to be available with sale-a-bration. Now, I also talking about what I have that I can make. I'm still looking for a couple more people to get in on my paper share that I did for the holiday. This is my sample that you can see what it looks like. It's a stack of paper, 1 6x6 of all of the holiday catalog designer series paper, included some note card or some envelopes and cardstock, and then 2 of the little treatsy package things. So this is my sample that you guys can see what it looks like. And I'm trying to close out some, right? So that I can, make some happen yet. So if I had 3, I have 3 more that I'm looking for happy homes to get these made for people. So if you're interested in this paper share, just let me know, all right? Spring DSP sampler. Yes, Doris, add it to your list. Perfect, yes. I will send an email for you. Perfect. Yeah, you guys, yeah, if anybody wants that, the online exclusive one, let me know. Okay, so this was a past thing that I'm still trying to finish off a couple people to get the shares, and so I think I'm looking for maybe 3 or 4. So just reach out to me if you're interested in a last little bit of a product share involving paper. All right, then what else is coming up in January that's on my radar right now? We have our 6th annual Winter Creative Escape, and we're designing 8 cards in the next couple weeks. We're going to design them. As soon as they're ready, I'll share them with you. It is January 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. It is geared towards demonstrators, discount shoppers, hobbyists. It's to help you get jump started with the new catalog that's launching. And we call it the Winter Creative Escape, featuring the spring mini catalog and online exclusives that they're launching. There's a goodie bag valued at $50. There is, oh my God, the attendance gift is going to be a little Bluetooth speaker. I'm so excited. I can't wait I just ordered them yesterday, so they're going to be coming in the next week or so. As soon as I get it, I'll share it with you and show it to you. Super cool. So I have the event created on my website already. So for anybody that would like to already go and get registered, if you go to my events calendar, it's like the second thing on here. If you go to the 9th, it says Winter Creative Escape. You can read, now this graphic is wrong. I'm waiting for Kelly to make the new one because this is last year's graphic, but all the information is pertinent to this one. You can go and get registered for it by clicking register form. And then I have a private Facebook group that you will be invited to. And once I get the cover photo, I'll put it there. But there's a private Facebook group where we host all of the information. And so that event is $130 if you're not on my team. And if you're on my team, the Be Happy Stampers, I give a team discount of $10. So it's $120. And you can attend in person any of the 4 days, or you could do the online version and it's spread out over the 4 days and then finished off with a live that I do later on, making the 8 make and takes that are cards and one that is a 3D project, which is gonna be super cool. I already have it in my head. So how much is a share? So that's a good question. Cindy, if you go to my calendar of events and you go to September 3rd, I have it right here under holiday catalog and online exclusives product share. I have it and it says that the paper is $40 plus shipping. Again, if you are getting multiple things from me, we can figure that out, right? It's not always a set thing. Shipping is not ever a set in stone, this is how much it is. It's all about what it actually is, because I don't need to make oodles. If you got 6 classes from me at $6, that's $36 in shipping, but it usually ends up only being $15. So we make it work, right? I don't keep the extra shipping, so we figure it out. But that's on the front end. Like, we got to figure that on the front end versus the back end. All right. So, anyone else have commercials? Yes, Cindy, the stupid commercials keep popping up. That does happen. There are commercials. There are commercials. All right. That's for January. If you have questions about it, go to that event, read through it first. I'm trying to think. Oh, a couple other side notes. I ordered my catalogs on Tuesday. So for those of you who are my customers and not demonstrators. So demonstrators, you will be, I haven't even gotten mine yet. Stampin' Up! Mails out your catalogs to you for demonstrators. If you're a discount, if you call yourself a discount shopper or a hobbyist, you're a demonstrator. You may not demonstrate anything, but you're still having an ID number with Stampin' Up! If you're in that category, any of those 3 categories, Stampin' Up! Will be mailing you your catalogs. And I ordered catalogs for anybody that is a customer of mine that is not a demonstrator. And my goal is to get them, stamp them, and then have my schedule printed, and I will include them in your December shipment. Hopefully you're getting December classes. I'll mail it with your December classes. If for any reason you're not getting December classes, I'll mail it out separately by itself. But just so you know, the catalogs are all ordered and I'll be getting them out soon. December 6th, I guess, or like soon thereafter. The escape we talked about. And the other thing that I want to allude to in January, one of the first classes is our order-based class, and it's featuring Otterly Adorable, I think. I always want to say Awesome Otters, but that was a different stamp set. So it's Otterly Adorable, and Diane and I have 3 of the cards designed. We have a 4th one that we're in the process of making. We just ran out of steam yesterday, and we're like, we had creativity block. We're like, let's just leave it. We'll come back to it another day. We were supposed to do that today, and I thought I was going to share them with you today, but we worked on other business things that needed to get done that we'd been putting off since July. So we got that done, which was good. And plus I was baking bread, and so I didn't want to have to be running up and down for the bread. How would I know if I did the registration form? I don't think you did, because just do it again, Judy. I don't think anybody has done it at this point. So I would say go ahead and do the registration form. If I see that you registered twice, I will delete the first one. So go with what you want to do for your registration form. The registration form, I appreciate you guys doing that, because it tells me if you're going to participate in swaps. It tells me if you want me to mail your designer series paper sampler, like if you want one. How the designer series paper sampler works is if I mail it in your escape box, you don't pay shipping. I take the shipping off 100%. So and normally it's in the new year, you guys, shipping rates have gone up. So those padded priority envelopes, they're going from $10 to $11 for me. So if you have it ship in your escape box though, I don't charge shipping. So that's an amazing thing. That registration form tells me if you want a sampler, if you want to participate in swaps, and it gives me your address, and it just gives me your complete official registration. So I'd say at this point, complete the registration so that I know that it's new. Anything like from today on, I'll know is an official registration. So yeah, go for it, Judy. So the order-based class is that first Friday in January. I think it's January 2nd. And so that will feature the otters. And a little perk about the otters is it's not a sweet class, but I'm going to treat it like a sweet class. Where if you buy the otters and like the bundle, which is under $50, I think, but if you buy the otters and whatever else to get your order to be $60, then I will give you a half a pack of the designer series paper. That is my plan. Okay, so that as soon as I have those cards, I'm going to share them with you though, because by the time I do the January showcase, it's going to be too close to that class. So as soon as I can, I will share them. All right. So I think that's everything that's current. I want to share with you a few things that I have that are past classes. So for those of you who have done every class with me under the sun and there's nothing really new, I'm going to share with you Gina and Julie have some classes here, and I want to share my past classes. So if you're newer to me and you didn't realize I did kitted classes, I don't have a lot, but I have maybe about 20 classes that I'm going to share with you that I have some sort of a quantity left of them. And the other main thing that you should know is that I have on my website the resources tab. That is a good tab. When you scroll down to the bottom of it, that's where it has my past available classes. And when you click on it, it'll take you into the online event where I create an event and it shows a close-up of the 4 cards. And then it talks about, so if you see it, I guess generally, if you see it on my past classes list, it's usually here. Unless I only had like 1 or 2 left and then they went away, I might have to tell you no. But generally I have more than 1 or 2 left of everything here. So that's where you can go to research my past classes, and especially the order-based classes with Rose. The Technique Club class with Rose is the Technique Club. I don't generally make those cards here for myself to show you. So if you're wondering what her More Than Autumn looked like, just go here and you'll see the cards, right? And then the Bistro Burger, and it'll show the cards. And so if you are somebody who wants to get into the club with me, and you're like, oh man, I missed out, and you would like to get started with the club, I would honor it that if you did a $50 order for this, a $50 order for that, a $50 order for that, a $50 order for that, and if you did a $50 order for that, and you used the host code for all of that, I would honor the consecutive days just to, and these might not be consecutively. I think we missed September in here, but I would treat it consecutively. I'd work it out. I'd figure it out. So, but just, my past classes are here. I have 1 left of the Meandering Meadows Stamp-A-Stack. So when I show that, just remember I only have 1 of that. But I also have, where is it? I have it's up here. I have 4 sets. I'm looking for it. Fee-based. Other. I have 4 left of my Stampin' Fun in the Sun, and I have 4 Autumn Creative Escapes left. And I just want to show that. I keep forgetting to show this to you guys. So I had made up these. It's a whole package, and it includes an attendance gift, a little goodie bag of ribbon, it includes designer paper. I even had a flashlight made up. So this is part of what my attendees got for this. And so you could get this. I had 4 extras of the stuff. And so this was my Stampin' Fun in the Sun. And what it was, it made 4, so it comes with all the stuff that is kitted for you to make. Let me show you what the projects are really quick. You got to make this beautiful sampler that we designed. Amanda Waldhart and I designed all of this back in April of last year. So I have 4 lonely little soldiers here that are looking for happy homes. It came with a goodie bag that had 5 greeting cards and the gift bag, and featured the new in colors. So you got that. They were 4 mini classes. There was also a fun fold. Oh man, I got this squished. Oops. So it was a cute little box, and when you opened it up, there was a card in the inside that was a stadium fan card. So we went through and showed you how to make that. And then that was one class, and the other was a treat package class. So we went through and made, and the treat package, it included all of the candy or Skittles, that one, and then it was a little cake batter. So there were five different, and I'm missing an orange one, but there were 5 different ones, and that's what, like, you had a whole, Annette Rollin put these all together for me. So it was a whole little package like this. So I do have 4 of these in case anybody missed out on Stampin' Fun in the Sun. I would love to find a cat for you guys, cat for always. I would love to find a happy home. There was a Stella pen, which was the prize patrol. I had some embellishments in here, some ribbons in here, some designer paper, and like cute little attendance gifts that we made for everybody. So again, I have 4 of these, and reach out to me if you want to get on the list for that. It was $115 for all of that. And then if you were on my team, I had a $10 discount as well. I also have 4 left of my my Autumn Creative Escape. And the Autumn Creative, so what comes with each of these events though is the private access to the Facebook page and PDF tutorials and creative presentations. And with the Autumn Escape, there were display boards and swap cards galore. So you had lots of inspiration. So that was also part of it. The Autumn Creative Escape, the projects were 9 cards. So easy button where all you have to do is primarily have some sentiments and a few focal images. And it was, some of these you'll see kind of repeat. There was 9 cards. And then I had a cute little pencil pouch that was the attendance gift that you could put your stuff in. And then that goes down when you want to use it. All right, so that was one of the attendance gifts. This was another little attendance gift. And I had some Kleenexes made up. And then we had a little coffee cup filled with some chocolates. And then we had the Velveeta. Oh, there's a gem on here. That's kind of funny. These were my samples that I set things on them, and I shouldn't do that. But we got the Velveetas. They're not Velveetas, they're Belvitas, little snack packs. And then we always do a button. Happiness held is the seed, happiness shared is the flower. So every escape, we always do a button, which is awesome. Which reminds me, I gotta get working on the next button with Kelly. So the Autumn Creative Escape, that was $130. And it also came with a goodie bag. So I don't have the goodie bag here, I didn't grab it, but the goodie bag was a $50 value, and it included an embellishment share, a ribbon share, and a paper share. And that was part of that. So I have, the treat class is Jean Shoot. It's part of the master package. The treat class, the sampler, that Country Birdhouse's sampler, the card kits with the bag and the fun vault. There were 4 mini classes that were part of a big event. And that big event was $115. And it was all that was in that package, and it's not being broken up. It's all the package or none of the package. I can't be breaking it up because that's not going to work. My brain can't comprehend that. It's a whole package. So it would be $115 if you wanted to get that, which would include the treat class. And again, if you get that and you want the Little Bit Festive Stamp-A-Stack, instead of that Stamp-A-Stack being $68, it will drop it down because I'd probably take $10 off of shipping. And then instead of it being $68, it would be $58, right? So you can save a little bit on the classes by consolidating everything. I would take one Stampin' Fun in the Sun badge. Judy Sharp, yay! Yay! Hi, Sherry Stewart. And those were good snacks. Good. I hope you found that. I did, Laura Sullivan. We found the pencil pouch. Tammy brought it back just the other day because she got it because she was helping with your used stamp sale stuff. All right, so Judy Sharp wants this. Judy, send me an email, okay? And then let me know how soon you want it, or if it's, because you're getting game night. So what we can do is we could reduce the shipping on game night to take off like $5 on that. So that'd be perfect. Okay. All right. So those are 2 things I keep forgetting to show them. I had 4 left of each going into this video. So hopefully people that didn't get to participate in them, they'll see that and maybe they'll find some happy homes for them. All right. Then I'm going to share with you guys some, before I keep going, I have so Julie Bierschbach is on my team, and she did a card making class. I gotta share this with you. On Tuesday, I went and made cards at somebody else's house. Julie is starting to, well, she's been teaching classes for a little while. She's the one that's going to start classes here in the Hive on the second or third Wednesday of the month, depending on the week. And she is going to, it's awesome. She's going to start doing classes. We're trying to think of a name for her, the name of her class. It'll be 3 cards, but I went to somebody else's house to make cards, and it was so nervous, like going to somebody else's house. Did I forget something? Did I need to bring my paper trimmer? And so it was good. I got to make 10 cards, and she has a few of these left. So this is not me. This is Julie Bierschbach. If anybody's interested in this, send me an email, and I will forward it to Julie. And she did 10 cards, and it was $35. I think she undercharged, but I'm not like, and that's okay. She's okay. She's just starting out, so she's getting her feet wet. If you need it shipped, though, there needs to be shipping, which she would figure out. And if you want to get this for free, this is a $60 order, and you would get these card kits, okay? They're amazing cards. So I'm just going to share with you those pretty cards. And it was so much fun making these. And I told her that she's got 5 left. No, actually, she's got 3 left, I think. I think she's got 3 left. So I told her that I would show these off to help her move the last 3 sets, because it's a lot of work to kit up stuff. And it's not fun for if they keep sitting and sitting and sitting, right? You want to get them into people's homes so that they can make the cards, right? So she did a phenomenal job, these 10 cards for a smoking deal, $35 or free with a $60 order. And if you want to buy them, there would be shipping though, right? And if you place the order, I don't know if you place the order, I think that there would still be shipping, because she generally doesn't ship, so everything was in person, was fine. So we'll talk. If anybody's interested, though, please reach out to me via email. I ask email because then I can forward the email to her with you on copy, and then I can get out of the middle. Right? I don't want to be in the middle. So then she can tell you, work with you on it, okay? But I thought I would share those. So again, her name is Julie Bierschbach, and she has been doing classes for a little while now, and she just did, it was like a Stamp-a-Stack is what she called it. All right, you guys, I'm going to share with you too Gina's upcoming stuff. So Gina Bulow is on my team as well, and she's the one on my YouTube channel that does scrapbooking. So I thought I would share this with you guys. That's my otter card that needs to stay back over here. She has her, so this is all of her November stuff, and she's done these. Oh, Sarah Mitchell. Okay, perfect. I can't read it. Very pretty cards. Julie, oh, Judy Immel's watching. Yay. I'd love one of Julie's kids' mail. So Sandy Coy Emery. Okay, how I'm going to have to do this is email me. Please email me right away, and I will look to see who emailed me first, and I will send those emails to Julie, and then she can manage like the order that people emailed me. So Sarah Mitchell too, send me an email really quick so I have it. And Doris Munson, all right, send me an email super quick, because then if she has 3 left, the 3 of you would be the 3 that I would say would get that, because I think she had 5, and then she had 2 people take some last night. So, all right, so that will be so exciting for her. So Gina does a morning create, and $17 plus shipping, and she has 3 cards here, and it's, I know there's a lot to look at here, but these are the 3 cards. So Gina has kits for all of these as well. So you guys, I love to support and promote my team members who are doing classes. I want to help build them up, and my way I can do that is by sharing their amazing creativity. So Gina does her lives on my YouTube channel. So she's already done this class. Oh, I love what she did with that. Oh, that's super. I haven't even seen these. Like, I didn't look at them that closely, but I love what she did with that ribbon. So you would get these 3 kits, and I think she's got this set up that you can place an order to get these for free as well. But that's her morning create. And again, this is another one where if you have Gina's contact information, great. Email her directly. It's at the back end of my schedule when you print it. If you don't have Gina's contact information, send me an email. I ask for an email because then I can forward it to Gina with you on copy and say, connect, you guys. Like, I don't want to be in the middle. I just want to help support and promote, but I don't want to take registrations. I don't want to do all the finagling. So she has a card buffet. She did it already. It's $30. And again, she had it set up that you could place an order to get these for free too. So if you need to place an order for Stampin' Up! Product, she would have a host code that you could place an order. And she still has kits. Again, these are all available, I think, through a certain day. I don't remember. Oh, through November 23rd. So these 6 cards, and this one was a this way and a that way, featuring the snowman. Christmas is better together. And just another avenue in case you find more inspiration in some of these cards than some of my classes. It does not hurt my feelings, you guys, if you support somebody on my team and their classes. That's what makes our love go round, right? Sharing is caring when we share. They love to share with you, and I love it when you share your support with them. So that was her card buffet. Then she did a phenomenal Reindeer Memories and More workshop. This is free with a $75 order using her host code, but you would want to buy the workshop, the reindeer workshop. You get to make 6 pages, and there's 5 cards. And she only offered this free with a minimum order. And again, if you already have the workshop, you could place other things on your order. But this one, she opted to do this class. She's doing it as a private unlisted video. She wants to try that with this class, right? So only those people who register for this class and pay for it or get it, or place an order to get it for free, will have access to it. She's trying to build a community around these workshops it's the new version that Stampin' Up! Is using for like the Close to My Heart. Like they brought in the Close to My Heart, so they brought in a lot of scrapbooking. So she's trying to build a scrapbooking community that have access to her videos, okay? So this is only gonna be available via a private unlisted. And what she's trying to do is use the workshop and not only do scrapbooking, but also pull in the tools or the die cuts or the parts of the pieces and make cards with it. So the class would include the extra materials you need to make the 5 cards. And then this one is a cool fun fold. It goes like that. And then there are 6 pages. So I'm going to flip through these. And so what you would do is you get all this stuff and you need to add your pictures. And there is some stamping involved though. So like this little guy down here is stamped. But a lot of these are die cuts that she provides to you. Like this, there's some snowflakes stamped on there, adding pictures. And then here's that layout. Again, so she wants me to share this with you, and she has availability for this in case anybody wants to get in on it. And then there is that page and that page. So by getting the workshop through Stampin' Up! Directly, it comes with preset instructions. But what she did is she started with the kit and she added to it, and she redesigned using a starting point and then added in cards. And so added in extra cardstock, added in extra die cuts, and made it different. And so yes, you could go get the workshop kit from Stampin' Up! Directly and put it together directly how they planned it, but you could also zhuzh it up and follow what Gina did. And so anybody who places that order, and it doesn't have to be the order including that workshop, but you do need to have the workshop. Like let's say you ordered the workshop from yourself or through somebody else, but you still want to do her class, you could order $75 worth of product using her host code and still get access to do her class. All right, so that's that one. And then there's her scrapbooking, her monthly scrapbook class, and that is $24 plus shipping, and it's still available until the 23rd. And this one, you guys need to supply your own 12 by 12 card stock. And then this is her layout and her spread for that. All right, so that is what I have for Gina B. And that is everything for November. And she's going to be now working on her December classes. As soon as she has her December classes, she'll start sharing them. But she'll have her 3 regular classes in December. All right, she's you guys, Julie Biersbach and Gina, their classes, and Jenna Helms, you guys. Jenna Helms is on my team as well. And she used to send me her cards to share in the showcase, and she's doing so good. Like, we worked to get her started for the first couple months, and it kind of just skyrocketed for her with people, because she already had a presence on YouTube, so that really helped. And you guys like her cards too. So Jenna's a phenomenal, a creative person as well. So you guys, I really appreciate that you support her. I know that if anybody over on my team wants me to share their stuff, they just got to let me know. I'm not picking and choosing people, but I don't know what I don't know. So if I don't know you're doing classes and want your stuff shared, Georgine Darbro is working on it, you guys. And that's another gal. If you go, Georgine, I don't know if you're watching right now, but Georgine Darbro lives about 2 hours south of me, and she's working at establishing her online community. And we need to get her, she's really creative too, and we got to get her to have so many subscribers on her YouTube channel before she can start going live. Like what she can do now is recorded content. And so we're working with Georgine too. But anybody that's looking and you're ready to get going, I don't pick and choose. I just need to know. So, all right. So it's 5 o'clock. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take about 15 more minutes, and we are going to roll through my past available classes. We've already talked about a couple. We talked about the Escape and the Stampin' Fun in the Sun. But I have maybe 8 boxes or 6 boxes over here, and I'm gonna just start going through them. I would recommend, if you wanna get a pen and paper, jotting down the name of the class, so that when you send me an email or a list, you can say, oh, I want the Let's Just Stamp with the Artful Amaryllis, right? And then we'll go from there. I just need for you to remember the name of the class, all right? And that'll help me. You can't say, I want that flower class. That won't help me. So, earlier this week, I believe it was the 18th, I did Let's Just Stamp, and it featured Artful Amaryllis. And we generally make about 60 for this class, and usually it sells out. But we're learning that it depends on the stamp set that's used. On this one, you need a focal image that goes on your rectangular piece on the front. It doesn't have to be amaryllises, but I have a lot. I think there's like 20 some in here. So just know I have oodles of this one. So this was the November Artful Amaryllis Let's Just Stamp. All right, lots of that one. Now, in October, we overestimated as well. And you can see we overestimated by about 15 to 20. This was Let's Just Stamp featuring Regal Flora. And you would need sentiments and some focal images that are stamps. This was our red, white, and blue, or I should say red, blue, and basic beige class. And we did it in right after the Wounded Warrior benefit. And we tried to keep it like a blue one, a red one, and then we did a mixture. So Let's Just Stamp. And anytime you see a 3-card class like this, it's $17 plus shipping. It can be easily consolidated with other classes, or it's free with a $50 order if you got it mailed. All right, so that's that one. I have here, I'm getting down there, you guys. This used to be an entire box, and now I'm down to this many. This was the Nature's Sweetness class that was in March on the 21st, featuring Nature's Sweetness. And you needed some sort of focal image. I'm finding that anytime I do a class that features stamps that have focal images, there are less attended. I don't know if it's because you guys think you have to have the specific stamps for it to look exact, but for this one, as soon as Kathleen Ketterman said she used the Magnolia stamp set from the past, 4 of them went, because people are like, oh, I know what I could use. I don't have to use those stamps. I could use something else. And so just remember that. You don't have to always use the same focal images. You get a piece of white paper and then just pull out a stamp set that you have where it's a similar size and go with that. So that one was Nature's Sweetness. Judy Immel says, those are great cards. Didn't think I would fall in love with the Amaryllis cards, but you loved them. Yay. Hi, Willie. How are you doing? You caught me live. Yay. All right, back here we have the Changing Leaves. Oh, man. The Changing Leaves Let's Just Stamp, which was in September. And they look like this. And again, another one where you do need to have focal image stamps, and then you can cut them out or die cut them. But think of the layout. Look at the layout and how could you use these layouts with stamps that you currently own. And then you need some sentiments. And I have not as many of those, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Okay, then we have this one, Take to the Sky. I have maybe 4 of this one. And again, this was a whole box and now it's down. This is all die cuts, so you need a sentiment. Die cuts, so you need a sentiment. And these 2 are what gave people the most hosing up. They didn't know what to put as the focal image. So people were saying they used hot air balloons. Or you could put something else on it. It doesn't have to be airplane related. It could be something else. Like you get a piece of vanilla, you could make it into a label and put that in front of the tag and not even have an airplane on it. So I find it hard to picture a different stamp set on cards. I know, Cheryl, I think a lot of people do. But that's why I try to tell you, like, try to think outside the creativity box, right? So that's Take to the Sky. And there's probably 4 of that one left. And this one is free with a $50 order or $20. And then we have here the monthly class from February. And there's another one. There's some left. It's because of this focal image. I have to believe. So you either got it in blue or coral, but it was the rose, stippled roses, a stamp set, and you got a piece of white, and you needed something else back there. And then this one was a sentiment and a focal image. And then this one was a sunset that you needed to create. And they're really pretty cards, but we made the normal amount, and it just goes to show you that sometimes it's not everybody's cup of tea. This one was August monthly class of 2 years ago. It was 23, so a year and a half ago. There's 3 left, and it featured the Gone Fishing, Timeless Arrangements, and yeah, I don't remember. Little ones, I think. So again, people had a hard time thinking about what they could do here instead of having that there. But look at everything else on the card and just figure one little thing to put there or not put there. So I've got 3 of that one. This was free with a $50 order or $17 plus shipping mailed. I also here have this box. And this one is the wildflower and wildly flowering. There's that many, 1, 2, 3, maybe 8 or 7 left. You needed a focal image here and a sentiment. There was a sentiment, and we did stamp a focal image. This was a sentiment, and then this was a sentiment and a focal. Now, all those focal images came from Wildly Flowering, but if you have other flowers, easily interchangeable. But look at the layouts, how pretty they are. This one was free with a $50 order, or it was $20. Now, earlier I mentioned, hi, Sarah Marison from Australia. I have one of this left. It was a Stamp-a-Stack. It was $55 plus shipping. And it was the Meandering Meadow Stamp-a-Stack. And I'll just show you one for now. But each one of these is a gatefold with a belly band. And you only needed sentiments for it. But when you open it up, there was the panoramic view on the inside. And each one of them is different. None of these are the same, which is super amazing. And they all needed sentiments on the outside. And we used basically espresso ink for all of them. I mean, you could always use Dragonberry, no, Blackberry. But yeah, so they were all relatively the same, but all different. And so that one, I have one left. We talked about Wildly Flowering. Okay, that's done. This is the box of my order-based classes. So I have 3 left from this Hearts and Hugs, which was 7/9, July 9th. And another one that had focal images. So you have your walruses, your mouse, your hamster, and your badgers, and you got a piece of white paper, and if you didn't have those specific stamps from Hearts and Hugs, what other things could you put in there? And they could be flowers. I mean, look at the layout. Like that one's flower themed, and you could put any critter in there that's kind of standing up and looking at you. And the mouse, you could put any other little critter that's got a heart, right? So that was Hearts and Hugs. It was an order-based class though. This one was free with a $50 order. I did not offer it. Unless you're on my team, the Be Happy Stampers, my team gets a special perk that they could buy this or pay for this class. It was $20 plus shipping. So my team gets the advantage of an order-based class. They get to buy it if they want. Now, back to roses. I specifically showed you on my website where you can go to my past classes on the resources tab. Like she's got a bistro burger. I've got that here. I've got Friends for Life. I don't have the cards made up, so you're not getting any benefit of seeing me do this. But if you go to the resources tab and go click on Reindeer Fun, you'll see the cover photos, so you can see. But this is what I have left of Rose's classes, so a few of each. And then there's more. Wait, there's more. I have another order-based class that we just did in October. And with this one, you got like the 6 sheets of paper. And this is what the cards look like. You had enough designer paper left to do your envelope. And so you need a sentiment. You need a sentiment. You need a sentiment. And you need a merry sentiment or happy. And on the inside is where you could add any more sentiments and focal images. But that one was free with a $50 order. And if you're on the team, the Be Happy Stampers, that's where you could also pay for this class. It was $20 plus shipping. So I've got quite a few of these guys. And then there's just like 2 more boxes. So I have, what is this? I have a Be My Valentine Let's Just Stamp for some odd reason, and I don't have the cards here, but there's 3 B cards from Be My Valentine. That was a Let's Just Stamp, free with a $50 order or $17. I have the July monthly. Look at all these. I have the July monthly here. I don't know, there's probably 10. And it was translucent florals, sentiment, background stamp you needed, sentiment, some dragonflies, background stamp, and sentiment, some clouds. So again, another one, I don't know. We made the same amount that we normally do, and maybe these cards were just not as interesting to people, but I ended up with that. So they're there yet. I have 1 left of the June Let's Just Stamp. I think, 2 left. I have 2 left of this guy. You needed a butterfly and some flowers and some sentiments. And again, look past the stamps of the focal images and look at the layouts and think about how could you use the layouts with stamps that you currently have to help make it easy for you to create using some of your own stamps. All right, so I have 2 of those. And I do have from the In Color retirement class that I did back in, I think it was April, some of the soda cards. the Sourdough cards. With Starry Sky, Orchid Oasis, Sweet Sorbet, Parakeet Party, and Tahitian Tide. So I have a few of those left. They're not in here, but they're in another room. So I got that box. Okay, I got one more box here. And this is my box of ink, paper, scissors for the most part. So we did Iconic Celebrations in October, which featured 6 cards. And sentiment needed, sentiment needed, sentiment needed, sentiment needed, sentiments and snowflakes. Can you guys tell I didn't get my envelopes done? And then a sentiment. So it was all different, like a wedding card, a winter card, a Valentine's Day card, a fall card, and a Christmas card. So that was Iconic Celebrations. I think that I might have less than 5 left of that one, question mark. All right, then I have to market, to buy a fat pig. I have like 20 left of this one yet. So it was super cool. All you needed was sentiments, and you got all these little produces and flowers in your designer series paper. You got to cut them. So for those that are newer to me and you like the idea of the ink, paper, scissors, I do have, this one's pretty amazing. That one's amazing. In September, we knocked it crazy out of the ballpark with 8 cards for this one. And sentiment needed, sentiment needed, sentiment needed, sentiment needed, just a sentiment, and just a sentiment, sentiment, and this was the puzzle card. I don't know if we scared people with the sentiment or the puzzle, and another puzzle, and the sentiment on the, so I have got like 25 left of this one. So if anybody's interested in that, that was September's ink, paper, scissors. But again, you got 8 cards for that, $32 plus shipping, and your goodie bag, and which had the ribbon, the gems, and the designer paper. I have 2 left, I think, of the Mediterranean blooms now. That went down too. I used to have more. But it was really cool because you had enough designer paper to do your envelopes. So you need a sentiment, a sentiment, a sentiment, and a sentiment. Again, another beautiful ink, paper, scissors featuring Mediterranean blooms. Yep, Donna Grushki, I just saw your comment. I don't know when you sent it, but yep, sale-a-bration did go up to $60. That is so true. This was a game night from April, and all you need are basically sentiments, and you got the roll of ribbon, and you got the gems and sentiments. So a really upbeat, cheerful class, and this one is available. From February, I have some Forever Loves available. I have, I don't know, a dozen maybe of this one. Got to make some really pretty wedding-ish and anniversary-ish cards. Sentiment, some flowers at the top, and sentiments. Very pretty cards. So that was an ink, paper, scissors from February. I have the Season of Chic from last year in August, and you needed sentiments for these and some shells or something else to stamp there. I think I'm down to 5 for this one now. And then I have the Masterfully Made was December's ink, paper, scissors. So we got the 3 roll of ribbon. So you got the pink one, the blue one, and the yellow one for the ribbon. And you just need sentiments for these. Think of the die cutters. You guys think of all the die cutters that did all the die cutting. They want to see their die cutting go to some happy homes to put the cards together. All right. Excuse me. I have April monthly class of this year, I think. This was Encircled in Nature. You need some flowers. This was everyday details, and you needed something from the middle there and a sentiment. And then, you guys, is this blast from the past for those that have done these classes with me? Are you like, oh, I remember that card, I remember that class? And then Beach Days, all you needed was a sentiment. So this one was free with an order, or $17, where all these ink, paper, scissors were $32. And then I have the August monthly class from the 15th, and you needed a sentiment and a fish, and oh, we all live in a yellow submarine. So all you needed was a happy birthday. All right, so, let me put these back. And I'm on the fence about, I've been hemming and hawing, do I talk about this or not? So that goes here, this was there, this was September, and then this was October. Now, and then there was this class. This class was held earlier this month on the 13th, right before I left for my trip. And we made 68, and Annette made 24 more. And going into class, I had 6. And I believe I'm down to 2. So I'm putting this out there. This was the highest attended monthly class ever, and I think it's because of this card right here. You guys absolutely loved the sled with the skates and peacock and white on a snowy day. Okay, I think I have 2 left of this one. So if you thought you missed out, I'd say send me an email because I'm going to be wrapping up this video here really soon and I don't want to miss it. So Willie, what you need to do, okay, so Willie asked, how do I get the PDF? So Willie's on my team, the Be Happy Stampers. One of the team perks that I have is if you're on my team, the Be Happy Stampers, after you place your first demonstrator order on your own account, then I give you a discount code to join my Inspiration Hive, free for a year. So it is full of it's a repository of all my tutorials from 2020 and beyond until current day. I might be missing maybe less than 10 of them, but I think there's probably at least a few hundred out there. Or maybe 200, I don't know, there's a lot. If you figure 5 classes a month times 4 years, that's a lot of tutorials. So Willie, what you need to do, and I don't know, you just rejoined my team earlier this month. So what you would need to do is once you place your first order on your own demonstrator account, send me a note. I will send you the discount code. And I sent an email on Monday morning that explained how to get registered. And I need you to go find that email, set up your account on my website, and then add your discount code, do a yearly subscription, check out for $0, and then you would have access, and that's how that's how my PDF tutorials work now. I don't email them out to my team anymore. I have them in a repository, and you have access to it once you've placed your first demonstrator order. That's how it works. So hopefully that makes sense. And so back to my sled card. I have 2 left. I think 2 left. So if you're interested in it, send me an email so I can get you logged down and make sure I don't miss anybody. I do have class on Saturday. So if I do have a person that reaches out to me locally that is interested in attending on Saturday, I'm saving them to make sure that I have enough for in-person. But after that, on Saturday, if I still have some left, I would love for them to go to a happy home. All right. Oh, what is it? 5:21. I'm hungry. I'm going for 2 hours and I didn't really eat lunch. Thanks to Annette, she brought me some little egg bake things and I ate them, 2 of them, maybe 3. So I'm contemplating now, since class starts at 6, the season of elegance. I know you guys all voted. I think I'm going to overvote you guys and I shouldn't have asked for the vote. I should have just done it later. I need to go in and eat something and drink some water and be ready for my class at 6 o'clock. And I got to move all of this stuff and put it away. So my list here that I have for doing the drawings for October for top fans and mystery card and the VIP and all that stuff, I'm going to wait and do it at the end of my season of elegance class. So the monthly creative challenge, the class card challenge, the top fans, the share, create, inspire, all of this stuff. We'll do the drawing after my class at 6 is done. So class will be at 6 and we're making 4 cards. We're usually done at about 7:45, something like that, 7:30, 7:45. After that, before I wrap up that video, we'll do the drawing. I think that this girl would be best if she went and got some food and some water. I think you guys can understand. Oh, it's a lot to talk for 2 hours straight and hardly drink any water. And you can probably see my cheeks are getting rosy because I'm not getting, I gotta come up for air. There's a lot of jibber jabbering, you guys. So if I missed anything, I always look around and I'm like, what did I miss and what did I forget? But I think I covered a lot, you guys. So again, if it's overwhelming, take a step back, let it digest a little bit, pick up the phone, text me first and say, hey, this is so-and-so, my number is this, save me as a contact, and then call me so I see your name when you pop up, and then I don't think you're a spammer or a politician calling me, and then I'll answer it and then we can talk through things. So I'd love to chat. I'm a chatter, you guys. I'd like to talk to people as much as I can versus going back and forth with 10 emails. You can knock things out in a phone call. Otherwise, it's sometimes back and forth a lot, and it's easier to chat. So, especially in the beginning, if you have questions, I like to help. So, all right, we did good. I think I'm going to call it, say goodbye to you for now. If you guys watched the entire video, I appreciate it so much. You guys are why I love sharing and bringing happiness and joy to others, and then to see you guys be creative and show and pass on that creativity and happiness and share what you've created with others to bring smiles to their face. So that's what it's all about. All right. So thank you for allowing me to share with you what I can. So I just looked down and I remembered something. Okay. So compliments of Pat Fleming. She overbought and duplicated stuff. Pat, I finally am doing it. She sent me a box and I have here, she sent me 2, 4, 6, 7 stamp sets that she said I should use as prizes as how I see fit. I think what we're going to do is spread out the love And from this video, I'm going to give it a little time. I'll give it till November 30th. And if you commented throughout this video, we're going to randomly draw 3 winners. 3 winners, and those 3 winners, the first person to get picked, I'll tell them the stamp sets, because I don't like you to win something that you already have, right? So the first person to get drawn will get to pick from the 7, and then I'll let the next person pick from the 6, and then the next person can pick from the 5. But Pat Fleming, we're going to give away your stamp sets. So you guys give a big round of applause and kudos to Pat Fleming for paying her stamp sets forward so that I could use them as prizes for you guys. So it'll be based off of comments. So if you're watching the replay, make sure you go back and comment, and we'll randomly draw some winners for that, and I'll announce those in early December who the winners are. So yay! And I'll work with them to make sure that they get one of the stamp sets that hopefully they don't have. Perfect. All right. If I missed answering your question or something that you were looking for an answer on during this live, the comments come through fast and furious sometimes. And sometimes I'm not looking at them like a hawk because I'm showing you something. So if I missed, or if you have a question after this is live, do not hesitate to reach out. I had all my contact information there. I'm a real person. I'm not in the land of make-believe with Mr. Rogers and Daniel Pussycat, right? I am a real person, and I sometimes don't always catch things in the live interaction. So reach out to me, contact me, email, text, phone call. Sometimes things go into the junk spam folder, so I always highly encourage people to check their spam or junk folders regularly, because sometimes our stuff goes there. So reach out, let me see how I can help you. And if you're not working with a demonstrator currently that is from Stampin' Up, and I can earn your loyalty and your business, I would truly greatly appreciate that. So, all right, you guys, lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs to you. We will see you in T-minus 34 minutes. Okay, bye.